Raquel says she. And happy Halloween, everybody!
Hey.
Yay! I have to say,
Yeah.
it's been a weird Halloween this year. It really has. I usually get like trick or treaters at my house, but I got none this year. It was just totally quiet. I'm like, what the heck is going on? Like, I have big candy bars, like the were at the front door. I'm like, I have big candy bars, like to give the kids and stuff like that. I'm like, and there's none. There's no kids that I can give the candy to. I'm like, well, I want to do all this candy now.
Don't know.
you know.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh,
and
my
like,
phone is reminding me of a memory, and it's Deidre's first Halloween.
aw.
Oh, how cute.
Oh,
How
I love
sweet.
pumpkin.
It is a pumpkin.
Oh,
How cute.
I was like,
so
oh,
adorable.
I'm going to send it to her so she'll be like, oh, God, Mom.
Ah, it's cute. I was a pumpkin too. Like, oddly enough, I was just a
Oh.
little toddler. My mom put me in a pumpkin outfit. Huh? That's strange. Is that like every mom does? Put their toddlers in a pumpkin outfit
Well,
for
she wasn't.
Halloween?
She wasn't quite a toddler. She was. Hold on. She was like 6 or 7 months old at the time. So the costume was a little bit big for her. Like around the head, it wasn't staying up correctly.
Right, right.
But I didn't. I wasn't sure what size to get her.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. What am I gonna do with all of this candy that I have? Like, I'm pretty like I guess I could get well, I guess I have no choice but to like tell Dad that he can bring some candy to his workplace so other people can eat it because like
Partake.
if I know me and my dad already eat candy, but like there's so much like I don't really think me and Dad can eat it all, and like in a really average span of how long the candy lasts.
Hey, Swifty, how are you?
Hey,
Yeah. Happy
greater
Halloween
than
to you.
Disney, SW, and MCU and Doctor Who. Phew! Ever thought of shortening your name?
That's why I'm just saying, hey, Swifty. It's just easier. It's quicker.
50,
You know,
50?
Gorilla's Random Thoughts was telling Taylor, uh, yeah, Star Wars and Marvel Cinematic Universe and Doctor Who. He said, you know what? I think he needs to Matt G, right? He needs to add a little more to his nom de plume.
Add more
that
to it?
that's French.
What?
That's French for his
Hey,
name.
Jeff Sparks, how are you? Happy
Hey,
Halloween!
Jess Sparks, happy
Now,
Halloween. Meow meow.
Yeah.
There he is. Yeah. I know that Maddie's gonna add a something else to his title eventually. I hope he does like next year.
Right.
But you can tell us either way, Matt, if that's what you're gonna stick with or if you're gonna add something else or shorten it. Because yeah, because Raquel and I and Moira probably want you to shorten it just a little bit. It's a lot to read.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Swifty sounds good either way. Swifty.
Swifty,
Swifty.
or Matt G. He's I call him because I've seen him in my chat, and I call him anti-derivative chills. Uh, groupie, his head groupie, her head groupie. Yeah, because he's always
I'm
saying,
just gonna
yeah.
stick to Swifty because that's pretty much what I'm going to remember.
Okay, Swifty is good. Sure, Swifty.
Right.
Good. Yeah,
So how was your guys' day today?
really good.
Really
it's
good.
all right.
Mine was all right. I was busy, um, doing stuff on GTA. I thought that would. Well, I didn't expect to have that go that long, but it did. Um, I think the really what really cinched it because I'm supposed to beat this. Like I want to get like this full orange skull flaming mask. I'm like, okay, so I have to beat 2 adversary modes. Got the first one, no problem. But the second one, oh, that took some time. To the point I was just getting frustrated, and I'm like I was sorely tempted to ask Milton, like, I need help, but at the same time, like, I was hesitant to do so because I did promise him, like, he was off the hook because he really wants to. He was off the hook because he did help me like yesterday with stuff, and I know he really is submersing himself with his new game, Dragon Age: The Veilguard. It just came out just today, so I know he's like really submersing himself with that one, with the video game. Hopefully, I'm sure he's having a good time with it. Happy Halloween, Milton. Hope if you're seeing this, you know, hope you
Yeah,
have
happy Halloween, Milton
yeah,
Knowles.
happy Halloween. Hope you're enjoying your video game. Thank you for helping me yesterday, and staying up so late. I really appreciate it. Hope yeah, hopefully things are less hectic. With you relocating and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And
I
he's
know.
pretty he's pretty excited about that. Um,
Yeah.
I'm hoping. I'm hoping. He said he plans to um do something with his channel supposedly. Once he's all settled in, but we'll see. Um, yeah. Yeah. Like I was saying earlier. I had no trick or treaters. It was just so bizarre.
We don't ever get trick or treaters here. So I think we
Yeah,
did.
we-
We had one or two once, maybe almost 20 years ago.
Mm.
But other than that,
But-
never.
And as long. Oh, sorry.
I
was gonna say-
still. Oh, go ahead, Mike.
No. I was just going to say that as long as I've been here with Suzanne, living in the building we're in, we maybe had over the past 7 years we've had maybe 2 or 3 kids at most, and they've all moved out. So yeah,
Mhm.
we don't get any trick or treaters at our door either. So
We have ourselves
Hello,
a wee
playing
off.
down under, and
Hello.
hello,
Down
Phil
Under.
TMT.
Hello,
Yay.
Happy Halloween.
Yeah, happy Halloween to the
Hey.
turtles.
Kel made me put on my costume.
Well, it is a
wonder-
Halloween costume party.
I know.
I wonder if Phil actually. I actually love both your costumes, ladies. I think they're
Oh,
gorgeous.
speaking
Beautiful
of
costumes.
which, here's
Yeah,
my
I gotta see
costume.
yours. Yeah.
Ta-da! Scooby
So
Doo!
Meow, meow.
Uh-oh, Fancy.
Ruh-roh, Ruggy.
I'm Scooby Doo.
That is
Yeah,
so cute.
Ruh-roh. That is
Mm.
adorable.
I am whatever Care Bear this is, so I don't remember which one this is.
Well, you're a pink Care Bear, so geez, I haven't watched the Care Bears since I was a kid, so it's been a
I'm gonna look it up.
long time.
And of course, I'm Venom. Don't miss a thing. Yeah, we got to see Venom: The Last Dance. My wife and I. We loved it. Great
Hopeful,
movie.
was it Hopeful Heart Bear and Love of Lot Bear? I think.
That could be. Mm-hmm. Well, no, she
Is
is the
it like-
rainbow.
Yeah, Cheer
It's the
Bear.
rainbow
You're
one.
the Cheer Bear.
The cheer bear. Yeah,
Perfect. Yeah,
that's
I
it
was,
with the
I
rainbow.
was just finding out. Yeah.
Okay, cheer bear. Yeah, and I want to ask Phil. Phil, did you dress up as one of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? I was curious because we know him by that name, so thought maybe he did dress up as one of the turtles. And if you did, you could let us know which one. That'd be cool. Yeah.
I
This
think
is
he's
the first.
the one with the red bandana thing.
Yeah, this is the first time I've seen him playing Down Under though. Good to meet
Oh,
you,
Yeah.
he's
Jane Down
from my
Under.
gaming channel.
Oh,
Oh,
You
okay.
know, he's usually there. When I'm gaming on my gaming channel. But thank you
Oh, okay.
guys. Thank you, Plain Down Under, for being here.
yes, we
Thanks,
are glad to have
Absolutely.
guys. You guys look awesome. Thank you so
Oh,
much.
thank
Oh,
you.
sweetie, thank
Hmm.
you. You're a
Aw.
sweetheart.
Uh, so here's um what Murky is dressing as. Uh, Cheer Bear
Cheer bear. Oh, cheer hug.
with
So
a
Yay.
cute.
rainbow, pink, a little
Sure.
pink nose and the rainbow on the stomach. She's spreading her cheer everywhere
There's her
tonight.
cheer. Oh, isn't she cute?
Hmm. And of course, you guys know mine, Scooby
Yeah.
Doo.
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
Oh, Raggy.
She's a clever customer,
You know,
cat.
Scooby snacks.
I'm hoping somebody will bring me some
Yeah.
snacks.
Well, I already
Oh,
got
I
my
just
snack.
love
I
Care
already got,
Bears. I still have some Care Bears.
I
Yeah.
got my snack right here.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
I got Reese's, Twix,
Nice.
Mr. Pierce bar, Hershey's, and of course candy corn.
Gotta
Yeah. We
have
had
it.
some,
Yeah,
yeah, we had some what they call meteor candy bars. Those were good.
it's
And I got my drink. Yeah. So
yep.
cool. Yeah, and then in case any of you can't really see in the chat here, but this is a T-shirt of the Venom.
Hmm.
Yeah. So
Sweet.
yeah.
Downer says he used to love Care Bears. I still do. I mean, I don't watch the cartoon, but I still have my Care Bears from when I was little.
I wasn't.
I love Care Bears, but I haven't seen it since I was a kid. It's been
Yeah.
Yeah.
a long time. I mean, when I used to watch My Little Pony and the Gummy Bears or Tailspin and Ducktales and all that stuff.
I was
Uh,
really in. The one I really watched the most
Hey
was
Jim.
Strawberry Shortcake. Hi, Jim. Strawberry Shortcake. What do you know? It was
Yeah,
good.
I'm familiar with the some kind of I think it was like some kind of toy commercial with strawberry shortcake. I think it was
Hmm.
like you know, um, like her doll, like it smells like strawberries.
Yes. I love that strawberry. I love that animated show. I did. I enjoyed it.
Hmm. Don't
Uh,
know why everyone hates on Venom movies. I like them.
Me
Yeah,
too.
everyone has their own likes and dislikes. You don't have to always
Well,
agree with them.
yeah. I always think they're really good. We own the first two, and now we saw the third one in the theater, and thought it was fantastic. Yeah, I don't know what the whole thing is against Venom. It's like some people, it's weird playing down under. It's like some people have a thing against, Deadpool, but like we got all the Deadpool films. We just got Deadpool and Wolverine, which we thought was fantastic. And it did make, so far, it's made close to $2 billion in the box office, still out there around the world somewhere. So, I don't understand why some people hate on them, but hey, I don't care what they think. So,
Hmm.
you know, the haters. Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
care. Yeah.
yeah. I don't really pay attention to that stuff. It's just
I don't
uh,
know anything.
like
Good thing.
it's just like everyone's like saying like it's just negative stuff. Like I don't want to watch Marvel films anymore. Okay, that's your choice then. I'm like, oh, Marvel sucks. I'm like, okay, then don't watch it then. I'm like, okay, like did they have anything positive to say about Marvel? No. Like, okay, then like and then I'm not gonna like then you're just like doing an echo chamber. Then I'm not really gonna like really put. I really not gonna pay much attention to it.
And may I mention something, Raquel? In one of the trailers we saw, Craven the Hunter looks good. Craven looks real good. Yes. So definitely
Exactly.
something to look forward
LOL.
to. I really like looks Craven looks good.
Hey, Lemon
Yeah.
Pie.
Hey,
Happy
Sir Lemon.
Halloween. Happy Halloween,
Meow meow,
Jim.
lemon pie.
Raquel looks adorable. Ah, thank you.
Aw,
Sad day for me for my 7-year-old Cocker Spaniel died 2 years ago on this day at 11 at like 1:30 a.m. Oh, I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry.
Hmm.
Yeah. The same thing happened to our brother, Jay Aldrich, that somebody passed away on Halloween, so he's not a Halloween liker either. So,
Aw.
Right. Right.
yeah. Sad,
Well,
sad.
I don't know why. Like I can't as again I don't know why as this as it how things are, but I do know like up north they're way more embracive for Halloween. They're more festive. They're more decorations. They're more like there are trick or treaters coming to
The
Mm,
your
South got
door
depressing.
and stuff like that. But down here, they don't really like in the South. They don't really embrace it at all. Like, yeah, they'll like there's some people that will like embrace the festive spirit of Halloween, but mostly it's just like blah down here with
Right.
Halloween. And
Yes, it's Scooby. Black Dining's asking.
Well,
um,
there was a
hey,
dramatic drop.
Happy
Hey,
Halloween.
Mark Donnan. Yeah, I do
Is that
recall that
okay? Yep.
there was a dramatic drop for the thing that shall not be named that affected the world. There was a lot of people that just didn't go out anymore. So you didn't
Yeah.
see any go out on Halloweens. This is really the first Halloween that my wife and I personally have seen a lot of people that frequented the mall and they went to all these mall Halloween events that were happening earlier tonight.
Mhm.
And yeah, I mean they were having fun. A lot of families and a lot of little kids, and a lot of them were running away from their parents.
TikTok is
They're
certainly
like,
Right.
take
living.
it all. And it's
TikTok
like,
is
Is
certainly
no,
living it up. I got to show y'all. This is. I think it's from the cartoon Chicken Run. I think.
yeah,
one or two? Is Mikey Ancient Smith? Maybe.
a baby. Yeah, but I don't recall Hugo Weaving having such a big old beard like this.
I'm
It's
seeing
kind of
a
it's
tons
kind of
of
a
witches
combination
out
thing.
and about. Really?
Yeah.
And you're in the
Yes.
woods?
Yes. Yeah. And locked in.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah. Well, we saw a lot of ladies that left much, if very little to no, not much, like very little to almost none to the imagination. A lot of them are just young teenagers and young ladies, young adults, and they just the outfits they were wearing was just scaring the heck out of me. I was like, oh my lord. It's like where are
All
their
right.
parents? Where are they? You know. You never know what mischief they can get into on Halloween. And a lot of
Yeah.
them are Halloween parties. No, no,
Right.
my eyes are fine.
Did Mikey just get his eyes dilated? No.
No,
That's
no,
cool, kitty. Like,
yeah,
I remember I was just saying this on my gaming stream this morning.
yeah,
I remember it was like years ago when I was a kid. So I was trick or treating with my dad and my younger sister. I have two sisters, by the way, and a brother, my only brother, my baby brother. Um, so my younger sister, she and I would go trick or treating with my dad. Um, my younger sister already went because she was really young at the time, so it was past her bedtime. So me and my younger sister stay up late, going trick or treating with my dad and going to many houses as we could, and fill as much as candy that we can carry with the bags we had at the time. Um, so it's getting late, and like dad's like, okay, time to pack it in. We're going home. Yeah, it's just like he just wanted to go home and stuff like that. Um, so we're going like we're walking. We're walking back home. It's gonna take like I don't know, at least 15 minutes at most to get back home.
believe that. Yeah,
And like my at the time, me and my sister were using grocery bags at the time. You see where this is going, right? Um, so we're like almost home, and all of a sudden, the bag underneath of my sister's candy bag just split open, and all the candy just spilled out on the street because of the preparation of the grocery bag and stuff like that. Like the the with the candy, she was
They
candying
had
with
flimsy
very
bags back then.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh no. Okay, I'm like, well, my, so me and my dad and my younger sister like helping my younger sister picking up a Halloween candy and stuff like that. My dad's like, we're gonna put it in your Halloween candy, Raquel. I'm like, but I don't want my candy to be mixed up with my sister's. And my dad just gave me that look like don't pick up a fuss kind of look. I'm like, fine, fine, fine.
Oh,
For
that's funny.
for my sister, fine. And okay, so I put all of my sister's candy into my Halloween bag. Like, okay, and like I was just like I was like. I love my sister stuff like that, but now I have to like sort out the candy now for which is mine and which is hers. That really annoyed me as a kid. So my dad, picked up my Halloween candy bag because that was the only bag we had left. There was nothing else. So my
Wow.
dad makes sure that he was supporting the base of the bag just for precaution because we don't want to go through the same thing again with my bag, and then we're all screwed. You know what I mean? Like the last
I know.
option, the
I know
last
what you
option
mean.
would be like my dad using
Yeah.
his t-shirt as the bag. Yeah. So, we got back home and I have to sort out my freaking candy from my sister's candy. I love my sister, but that really, annoyed me as a kid. And so I don't know how or how this happened. I don't know if my mom heard it from somewhere or what, but I guess my dad was a bit more annoyed than I was. Sorry, at the time with the bags breaking. Well, not my bag, my sister's bag. And my dad's like, there's anything better we can use for Halloween bags for next year, so we don't have to run into this problem again. And I don't know. I know for sure. I don't know if she thought it up or anything like that, or she heard it from somewhere else. I don't know. But she said pillow bags or pillow sleeves. I'm like, I don't know how. Again, I don't know. She thought about it thought it up, or she heard it from someone else. But I would say the next Halloween after that, and next 2 years after that, everyone was using their pillowcases. And I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
how
Well,
did
that's
that
safer.
how did that came to be?
Yeah. Well, there was pillowcases, and then my wife said they started using leather bags. So there was leather
Leather
bags,
bag? I never seen
leather
leather
bags,
bags. I seen
leather
like a
bags.
lot of pillowcases, but no leather bags.
Well, I saw some leather bags out tonight at the mall with some of the kids, and some of
Mm.
them had those plastic. You remember the plastic pumpkins that
I
you
know, yeah.
you
There
could
were
throw?
there were some kids with
Right.
the plastic jack o' lanterns, or
hmm
the McDonald's or the Burger King
Oh, sure, sure.
Halloween
Yeah.
kids meal, the one with the little
Yeah.
trick or treat bag or something like that.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
for
yeah.
example, there's like a little carton of just for example Spider Man, like carton, there's a little carton, a little
Oh yeah.
bag, plastic bag of sugar sheet bag of Spider Man that little kids would like carry around.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
see some of that
sometimes I would
spider webbing.
sometimes see that, like out trick or treating.
Yeah, I see some of that spider webbing there in your bedroom. in the back, in the background there. You see off to your left, there's some spider webbing you have on the
Yeah,
wall. I saw
yeah.
some of that. That's cute.
Uh, he's Mr. Cool, just chill, huh?
Uh-huh.
LOL. Just a cool dude. I
Yeah.
went trick or treating once. Went as a double with glowing eyes. Almost pulled into a house that was having a Halloween party to show me off. Last time I got to go because parents thought I was just abducted. LOL. Mask had batteries and the eyes actually lit up red. I knew better and didn't go in. LOL. Right on.
He might have
Um,
been used as a pinup or something. Yeah, maybe at the
right.
party. Yeah.
Before going any further, I am going to put the panel link so anyone else would like to join in. However, I do have some rules. I have said it before, but I'll state it again. Um, you gotta I have to somewhat know you, uh, and stuff like that. Second, you can't be drunk. Tipsy is fine, but you can't be drunk. Um, those the only and please don't be rude or anything like that to me or other panelists and stuff like that. And that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna put the panel link in the chat so everyone else can join the fun.
Sounds like good. Sounds like fun. And there's the link if anybody wants to join.
Yep,
And I
and I'll
just
pin
wanna
it in the live chat.
There we go. And
There we
I
go.
just wanted to relate one Halloween story. It's very cute.
Mm-hmm. So go ahead.
When my parents moved us to Arizona, and we were in a little area called Scottsdale, which was actually called South Scottsdale. And some of us kids, went trick or treating a couple times. I showed Suzanne this place when I brought her down to visit my parents. It's a very tall house. It's got this very tall door, and the people that lived there were very eccentric. And by that, I mean that they decorated their house perfectly, like for Halloween, the
To
way
the
it's supposed to
nines.
be, to the nines. I mean, did a great job with it every year. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes there were rumors that they were having parties, but not just parties, they were having occult parties, that they were having some weird seances and all sorts of crap. So, us kids, we don't know any better, right? We're just walking around the neighborhood to certain areas. Now, my parents were actually really good at this. They knew that there were certain neighborhoods they could trust and certain neighborhoods they weren't sure about. But that's why we teamed up with my dad's sister, with our cousins, so we could hang out all together. That way we were protected. If anything happened to us, we could defend ourselves, because my dad taught me how to defend myself and my brother. And my
Mm-hmm.
mother, later on when my sisters went trick or treating, taught them how to defend themselves if anything happened, or to run away if something was going to happen. And I swear, a couple of these times we went to this house, the person who answered it each time was different. One year it was this big, long, tall dude. Must have had like beard like mine down to here, down to his shoulders. He looked like it. He looked like an oversized, over tall sized adult hippie man, but he just looked really scary. But he gave us some treats, and we were like, okay, cool, and we left. The next year, some lady answered the door. Her hair was all freaked out, like she looked like something from Bride of Frankenstein or something. And it was just so weird how she looked. And we said, "Are you the owner?" And then she said, "Oh no, I'm just visiting here. The owner's not here, and we haven't seen him." And it was just weird. Like every year we went to this place, it was weird. I think we went there like 4 times until we moved to another part of the state. But it was just so weird. I just this house gave me
So
the
you
freak.
never met the owner of the actual
They never
residence?
met the true owner. No, there
That
was like,
is odd.
isn't that weird? There was like
So what
four
is
different people
squatter
who lived there.
house? Or
I
what?
I guess I don't know. Like I said, there were rumors abound. We had a Catholic church that was just down the street, but some of the neighbors that came from the church that we would, go to church on Sundays and whatever, because we lived in the area, and they would tell us that there was weird things about that house. Like one time, some people went there to do it wasn't even called a welfare check then. It was just to see how the people were because they hadn't seen them in weeks. And they went there, and some weird guy answered the door and said, "I'm sorry, they're not here, and we have taken over temporary ownership of the house." This house was just bizarre. And when I showed her, she said, "Oh, yeah, that's a haunted house. There's some weird shit going on down there." Because my wife can feel things like that. She can sense that. And I just said, "Yeah, I just wanted to show it to you because
How
it
much you
freaked the
want to
heck out
bet
of us as kids."
somebody like
Yeah.
something? How much you want to bet something? Some kind of like mischief or nefarious spirit in that place.
Yeah, something like that. And then, there's one other thing I want to mention too, and I think I've probably already mentioned this once before, but I showed Suzanne where one year I went to a seance for Bob Crane, the guy that was, Hogan and Hogan's Heroes.
Mm-hmm.
And I went there and we attended the seance. And some people thought they might have seen him. Other people thought that, nah, it didn't work. It was just a big,
Was he dressed in anything kinky?
maybe do some
It's
kinky
not
shit.
him.
I don't know. I
It
don't
probably
know.
was him.
But
I
I
heard he was
but
a freak.
yeah, but here's the weird thing. The night that the night that Bob Crane died, the place was called the Windmill Dinner Theater because I remember that. That was back in 1978. I was only 13, but I had heard of it and I knew where the place was. Then
Right.
it became a club. So when became a dance club, uh, I went there, with some friends, and we had a séance for him on the night of his death. And then when I brought Suzanne to go see the building, it had already become something different. It was an auction house, but she saw Bob Crane's spirit right outside the front door of the auction house at night, because she can see ghosts and spirits like that. And he's right there, just smoking his cigarette. And he was pale white, right, babe? Yeah, just amazing. Just right there. And I
And
filmed
what
him.
movie did you watch that made you think a seance was a good idea?
Uh, a lot.
What? No. Like Don is like, I had to go there. Yes, I did. I did have to. I had to go there.
No, no, no.
They break
There's a
out
one movie called Ouija. Yes, they break out the Ouija
if
board. I'm
they
gone.
break out the Ouija board. I'm gone.
Yeah,
I,
Ouija
I,
board.
Seance
you
isn't
know,
much better.
I don't blame you. Like if I see that shit, I'm like, yeah, I'm gone.
I'm
Yeah,
out
I'm
there,
out
Ricky
there, man.
Bobby. I ain't there for that kind of voodoo. Nope.
No, I'm not.
Ah, I
It
burn
No.
was
my house
so
down and rent
bizarre.
my yard.
Yeah, it
ZZ
was the
Top
only ZZ Top. It maybe.
It's the
had to
glasses
go
on.
there, huh? LOL.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Everybody's talking
reference
about
to
the
Bob
soft
Crane's
dress
sexual
man.
proclivity.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Meow meow.
Never use a wage board. If you do and you want to get rid of it, you have to bury it on hollow ground.
Yeah. Yeah. If you want to get rid of the spirit that you stupidly conjure from a Ouija board, you have to take the board. Don't burn it up. Just take the board and bury it under the hallowed ground. Yeah.
What about a
That's,
priest or exorcist?
Ugh.
That won't
do you use
work.
a
Well, they
priest
can
for
be
that, babe?
PGs.
Do
I
you use
wouldn't
a
mess with
priest for
any of
that?
You can use the priest and holy water and
never
bury
mess
it
with
on church ground.
Church ground. That's what she just said. Yeah, you can use a priest. Well, she's a minister.
never mess with
She
that weird
knows.
shit.
Right.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
like like conjuring up spirits is it just sounds a bad idea. You should choose just never do
Yeah. Well,
because
you know
you
what?
don't know, because one, you don't know what you're dealing with. Two, you're not going to
Right.
deal with heavy repercussions with that. Three, good luck getting rid of that.
Yeah, good luck with that. Yeah.
Hmm.
I've heard some strange stories about people who use the Ouija boards around Halloween time, right up there in Salem, Massachusetts, where they executed women they thought were witches, and they have
Right.
spirits all over that place. Now, why would you be that stupid, especially on a holiday like Halloween and do it? It's
Right.
and then the voodoo people.
Careful
Yeah,
what you invite and may not want to leave.
true. It may be a demon spirit or it might be a poltergeist. It could be anything. Yes.
Yeah.
Jumanji. Yeah.
Jumanji.
Yeah.
LOL. It's all fun and games till someone gets possessed. No shit.
No kidding. Yeah, you don't want that. You don't
No.
want to be possessed. No.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
No thanks.
Spirits, real thing, the art to be messed with. Yeah, that's the
Oh yeah.
understatement of the day.
Oh yeah. No. No, no, no. We're trust me, our apartment will never, ever own a Ouija board. Never, never,
No.
never, never.
And like if anyone gives me like something like that as a gift, I'm throwing it in the trash.
Well, you can't just throw it in the trash. The problem is once it's passed on to you, then you've got to do what my wife said. Find a priest or find some holy water, pour it on the thing. Don't burn it. Don't destroy it. Don't throw it out. Bury it in hallowed ground. Just find somewhere. A cemetery is hallowed ground. You can bury it right there. But put it next to or just leave it next to uh, you know, a grave or near a mausoleum. I've seen, you know, that before. I
I'm
mean,
more
so.
worried about demons.
I would
Right.
be too, Locke. Yes.
Well, there are like some historical accounts or facts slash truth. There are like possessed dolls of Raggedy Ann and some kind of really old sailor. Like it's like a doll of a sailor boy named Robert. This
Yes.
actually, they're both in those two dolls are actually in museums, and they tell you not to. Well, one, don't touch the glass. Two, don't. It don't. Yeah.
Well,
What to
there's
say?
that one account.
Don't play fun and games with those two
hmm
dolls.
Yeah. Well, the one. I know the one. I think you're talking about. Ed and Lorraine Warren, who had their house was a museum in Connecticut, and the one that was known as Annabelle was just it's like a Raggedy Ann doll, but
Yep,
it's
that's it.
possessed. But it's possessed and it's there and it's locked away. And John Zaffis, who is supposed to be their nephew or a relation to the family, because Ed and Lorraine are gone, right? They're both dead. But
Right.
but Zaffis has a priest go in there once a week to bless it and to make sure that the spirit inside stays in there, stays bound in there, so it doesn't come out. And
Mm.
nobody goes there anymore. It's closed off. It's under lock and key, locked away. Uh, you know,
I
so
mean, I love Raggedy Ann, but not that particular doll.
well, it's a pretty simple looking Raggedy Ann doll, but it's possessed
Yeah.
completely by a demon spirit, and it's killed people, even people that mocked it. Like okay, there's this one
Yeah,
story.
that's what
There was
that was the word I'm thinking of. Yeah, the Annabelle Raggedy Ann, the sailor
yes,
boy named Robert. Don't
yes.
mock it because
Oh no, no, and you
yeah.
have to ask permission before you take his picture.
Oh yeah.
You have to ask him permission, otherwise, like with Annabelle, there was like a biker, right, who came by the place and mocked her. And when the guy got back on his motorcycle later on, you found out his motorcycle crashed and the guy died instantly in a motorcycle crash with his motorcycle. Same thing, same kind of thing happened, but not with a motorcycle. Was it a woman that mocked Robert or was it a boy?
A woman.
A woman. So the woman mocked Robert, and then afterwards she contracted cancer or some thing, and she died within a month after mocking him. Tried to touch him too. You don't do that.
Like,
You don't touch that thing. Yeah.
like
That's
I
yeah.
don't want to go anywhere.
I wouldn't
I
mess with
like
that.
I want to be in like in 100 yards with those two dolls.
Yeah. Oh, and
Yeah.
Playing Down Under. Yeah, Playing Down
Why
Under.
not burn it?
Okay, she can tell you. The reason you don't burn it is because if you burn it, you're going to release the spirit that it's attached to the board. So if you destroy it, the spirit comes right out and
Right.
latches onto you. It latches onto a human host. That's why
Like a
you don't burn it.
leech.
Like a leech. Yes, ma'am.
I
Exactly.
believe in ghost demons and evil spirits. Happy
Oh, we do
Halloween,
too.
last Son of K!
Hey, last son of gay. Meow
Hey,
meow.
reason why is behind Bulletproof Glass. Yeah, I'm not really sure about the Annabelle doll, but I know Robert is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Give me goosebumps. Yeah, keep
Yeah.
one
We
eye
have a
open.
clown. Yeah, we have a clown doll ourselves, and he's locked away in the walk-in closet because he kept turning his head all the time. We found this doll, and he kept turning his head all the time, looking at our bed and everything. So we know that some kind of mischievous or not a demon spirit, but just kind of like some odd spirit is in that doll. He's in there. We do not go in there to go after him. No, 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 no.
Occasionally you can hear it
Wow. Okay,
roll
thank you.
out after.
Yeah, and he plays his music. He plays it without anybody pulling his thing, going, "It's a small world after all." The Disney song. I kid you
Hmm.
not. We hear it in the middle of the night. You can faintly hear it, but it's coming from the closet. So we don't go in there and get him. No, 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 no.
Right.
No, 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 no. And
Well,
she says many prayers before
I'll be
that happens.
back in 1 minute.
1 minute. Okay. Yes, locked in, and that is the reason why it's behind bulletproof glass. Amen. Yes, nobody can shoot it. Yeah, gives me goosebumps. Yeah, I know what you mean. Wow. Okay, thank you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Anyone who doesn't believe this stuff are stupid. Everyone needs to be aware. I agree. I wholeheartedly agree. And there are some places that Suzanne and I have already been to that are completely haunted, and you just want to watch your step when you go there and know some of the signs when you intrude, uh, because and don't make a mockery of any of the spirits. Doesn't matter where you go. If a person tells you it's completely haunted, don't make fun of them. Mm-mm,
Right.
no,
Right. Anyone who doesn't believe in this stuff are stupid. Everyone needs to be aware. Yeah, there's like you know, well, paranormal stuff can somewhat can be explained by science, but not fully. We won't really fully understand it in our lifetime,
right?
like in the human race lifetime.
Of course,
You only know the only way you will till you know is when you pass on. That's pretty much it.
right,
Keeps it inside, not to protect it. It's to protect us. Yep,
right.
spot on.
Spot on. Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely one place that's very haunted, and that is Alcatraz Island, which is outside of San Francisco. And one of my favorite stories I love to tell is these three teenage boys. They were on a tour because they do tours of the island still. And these three guys, they decided, hey, you know what? Let's sneak away from the tour. And they went over into an area which is called D Block. And one of those wonderful cells there used to contain Al Capone himself. And one of the boys thought it was cute to make fun of Al Capone. So one of them said, hey, take a picture of me in here in the cell. Now the cell door is open, okay? The kid walks in, the cell door slams shut. None of the other two boys touched it. This kid was trapped in there for 3 hours, couldn't get out. The boys themselves tried to loosen the cell door. Nothing would open. Finally, they had to get the San Francisco Fire Department to come to the island and get him out. and then somehow they were able to jimmy it and get him out. But I mean, but it took like so long, and he was trapped in there, and whatever spirit held him down, he was freaked out. And it was in the paper. It was in the San Francisco Chronicle. I read the story. I couldn't believe it myself. But they did say that the park rangers that run the island, these three guys never came back again. They never saw them again, like after that incident. So, yeah, you don't mock any of the past prisoners that stayed there. Yeah, and some died there. So you just don't make fun of them. You just don't do it.
Disrespectful.
Oh, very disrespectful. Well, it's like running through a graveyard. Now, you would never do that, would you? Any of you? I mean, here or in the chat, you would never do that, right? Because my brother and I were stupid enough to do that once. Once. That was
I have a funny story to
that.
tell.
Oh, okay. Suzanne has one.
I can see spirits. I can hear them. And every time I go in near the cemetery in the summertime, because I have to keep passing it, once they cut their grass and they leave, there's this old man there grumbling because he didn't think the grass was cut properly. So you can see, I see him cutting the grass, and he's dead. And he's very unhappy the way they cut the grass around his grave.
Yeah, there you go.
I think it's horrible.
A ghost that's really particular how the grass is cut around his grave.
Yes.
Yes.
That's the thing, like,
Wow.
to this day, us humans, like, wonder about, do ghosts actually know that they're actually dead?
Some do.
Some do. Some have passed away due to shock. There was a there was a teenage gal who I'll call Karen, and she didn't realize that someone dared her, because I feel them. I can't really see them, but I can feel their emotions. My wife is the more in attuned person that can actually know that they're there. My both our cats, Moonpie and Deja Vu, can detect them. We have three spirits that actually live in our apartment right now that we know of, that we're
Hmm.
aware of.
Well,
But this,
like, answer me this then.
yeah,
If some of the ghosts are aware that are dead,
yeah,
are they lost to know how to move on then?
If they die quickly and they don't realize they died, they don't move on. You have to help them move on.
yeah,
And the ones that know they're dying will move on. For example, Mike's friend, his name was Doug. He died very quickly, very suddenly. He died. He dropped dead when he was throwing out the garbage. Later on that day, I seen his black orb hanging around the house, bouncing around, and I was talking to him. And I told him he can go. He died, and he didn't realize it. It was so quickly. He was in shock, and he didn't realize it.
yeah.
So I
Yeah, my
saved him.
friend Doug, he was very, very nice man. And she got to meet him a couple times. And just one day, he goes out there dumping trash. Boom.
Well,
Heart
you know,
attack. Died instantly. Didn't even realize.
like as ghosts do, they haunt places,
Of
but
course.
they must, like, they're not there 100%, like 100% there all the time. So where do they go? Um, if
Well,
they're, like, if some of them are aware that they're actually dead.
yeah. Well, as I was going to say about Karen, Karen was a young teenager not too long ago who was with a bunch of friends. And this is an area they call Scarborough Bluffs. And
Hmm.
she somehow knew I was a good person, had a good soul, and she attached herself to me. And she would wake me up in the middle of the night, and she heard me like talking gibberish. I couldn't even understand what I was saying. And apparently, what she told me was that she was with a bunch of friends and they dared her to jump from one part of the bluffs into Lake Ontario. But what she didn't realize was is that it was too dangerous, and she didn't even know. Like, she was, just there, and they just dared her to do it. So she just went ahead and did it and died, quickly. And I mean, she must have hit the rocks or something down below. And she came and well, I guess she must have lived in this building or close to it or something in the neighborhood. But
She
she had,
was seeking out a beacon, and I'm a beacon because I can see them.
right. So she came to our apartment, just our apartment, and tried to latch herself on first to Suzanne because, like she said, she's a minister, she's a beacon, she can see spirits, she knows they're there. And then eventually she was looking for a good heart, which we both have. But then she came to me and she felt like she could talk to me. And she was with me for the longest time, for like a few months. And I knew it was her. Like every night she would just come in and want to talk. And she knew I'd talked in my sleep. So there she was, just having a conversation with me. And sometimes I allowed her to go inside me so that we could talk, and that's why I was just talking gibberish and all sorts of weird things. Finally, with the both help of both of us, we got her to move on. So she went and she moved on. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I mean, it was just, she didn't even realize. First of all, she was in denial because she didn't realize she jumped. Second of all, she was in denial because she didn't realize she died. And third, she blamed all her friends who are no longer around that that it was their fault for daring her to jump, and she was stupid enough to do it. And it was just all sorts of weird things. It stayed with me for the longest time, and it still has. I mean, she is still a part of my soul. She's still there, just a part of her, but it's just whatever her presence was. And I felt so bad for this gal. I really did, and I really wanted her to move on because it really wasn't her fault. I think someone pushed her or dared her, because when they dared her and then they pushed her or did something, but it was just sad.
Mm-hmm.
And right now
It's sad.
we have a couple, like I said, we have a couple spirits that are here that are lost. They must have died in this building over a period of a few years ago, or maybe 10 years ago or so, and they're still haunting apartments. But because she's a beacon of hope and a beacon of light, they come in here. So we've got like two males and one female, we know for sure, that are in our building, in this apartment right here.
Mm-hmm.
The
Okay?
cutest spirit we had was a cat.
Yeah.
Aww.
We had a kitty cat spirit. Yeah, they do exist. There are some pet spirits. In fact, when we lost Lucky, which was her oldest cat, he was black and he was 15 years old. So when we lost him, we cremated him. We got him cremated. We brought his ashes back and we buried him in a secret place. Well, when we had some of our earlier cats before Moonpine Deja Vu, Lucky was here because Lucky knows her. That was her owner, her only owner. And she would come in, or he would come in, I'm sorry. He would come in and he'd like float along the ceiling and everything. And our cats would see him. And he's just right there.
They
And he
play with
just,
him.
yeah, and they would play with him. But it was, he didn't last around. He wasn't here. His spirit wasn't here for too long. He went back to where he's buried. He's safely buried in a
Yes,
nice little,
he went beyond.
and he went beyond, and because Suzanne assured him that he was okay. So, yeah,
Yeah, true. A
true.
lot
A
of
lot of
humans will
humans
never
would never
understand.
understand.
Yep.
Yeah.
Heard that too. Re Alcatraz is very haunted. And, yep.
Oh
I've been
yes.
I've been to Alcatraz and like with my family. It was really it's really cold. It was like middle of winter. Um, I
Arctic.
can tell you for a fact, like looking at those jail cells, there was just something very very off
Wrong.
putting off them. Very off putting to the point
Very
like
wrong.
I didn't want to stick around.
No, 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 no. I checked out D Block myself, and I walked in, and I felt like I walked into a freezer. Just the whole block. You go down the whole hallway. It's partly part of the tour now. But if you go into it by yourself, which I did and took some pictures, it is Arctic cold. It's like being in a major freezer. You do not want to stay down there. There are way too many spirits and they can kill you. Now, believe it or not, they could kill you
You
down
have to be
there.
polite and kind. Say, I'm sorry for disturbing you. May I take pictures?
Yes. Well, I asked him that too. I said, sir, I'm sorry. I know that you passed, and please, may I take a picture of your cell? I did manage to take 3 pictures of cells, which where I asked for permission and guidance before I could, And then they said yes, but then that was the one time I was allowed to take a picture.
Mm-hmm.
It was like the picture of the guy we took in the Jerome Grand Hotel we were in, and the guy was smoking a cigar, this spirit that was smoking a cigar. And I just bumped into him and took a picture by mistake. But I didn't get, he didn't come home with us. He didn't possess us to take, we didn't take him home. But you could smell that cigar smoke. It was so pungent. I mean, when I took the picture of him, and you can see it. If you look at my picture, you can see the little smoke trail. That doesn't come from somebody who else who's in there because the gift shop itself is non-smoking. The whole building is. So then who in the hell was smoking?
The old owner.
Yeah, the old owner. That's what they thought it was.
Right.
They know
Really
they.
well. Takes
Yeah.
energy to manifest. But what kind of energy is it? Is it ethereal? Is it light energy? Or, what is exactly what is this kind of energy to
It's a
manifest?
kind, yeah, locked in, and I can explain it three ways, because I've seen and I've felt enough. It takes three things. It takes a form of kinetic energy. It takes a form of ethereal energy, right? Like ethereal, and it does take some mental energy from the spirit, him or herself. And if you combine all of these together, there is a way they can actually manifest their entire body. Well, it's like when I took a picture of Claude Harvey. Claude Harvey in the same hotel was the what they called the elevator man. The elevator is one of the oldest ones. It's an Otis elevator. And when I took a picture inside the elevator, he's standing right there, like he's pulling it, it's in my photo. He's right there. His whole frame, everything, just standing there. And he almost killed Zach Baggins. It's on there. The Ghost Hunter episode. He's down there on the basement, and his cameraman's taking a picture. And Zach, who's a moron in my book, was taunting Claude, and he's underneath. And you start to see the elevator start to come down, and Zach barely got out with his life. He was this close to getting killed, and he barely got out with his life. And his cameraman witnessed the whole thing. It's on video. It's there. It's out there on YouTube. Yeah,
Mm.
nuts. And I mean, this guy owns his own cursed and haunted museum outside of Las Vegas. Zach Baggins
Mm.
does. I
It's why
don't go there.
cameras will die or batteries on flashlights go out. Or
Oh yeah,
someone that is open to that realm feels weak or in danger. There are walking batteries. Right,
yeah,
right.
like that. And if you, yeah, like that. And if you go there to that hotel, don't take an electronic camera, a digital camera with you. I could not. As we were approaching it, I could take maybe one or two pictures, but I had batteries. All of those batteries were drained by the time we walked on the premises of the hotel. So we were only able to get maybe two at the most outside. But after that, we couldn't take any more pictures outside. We were able to take a few, like I said, inside, but not outside. And it's weird because then out of the blue, my mother calls on a cell phone and says, "Oh, Michael, where are you guys at?" And we told her, she said, "Did you forget that there is like over 1,000 Native Americans buried there and that died?" And I said, "Oh my gosh, of course." Now, why would my mother just out of the blue just call me and tell me about this? And then it explained it why all those batteries were drained because there are many uh native spirits that haunt that hotels that surround it. The surrounding area, involved
Hmm.
a lot of army versus Indian tribes and so on. And a lot of them are dead. I mean, over 1,000. Yeah.
That's
And my
some
mother reminded me.
poltergeist situation.
Poltergeist, yes.
Yeah. So so I found uh the Robert the doll. This is
Yes.
one of the haunted dolls.
Right.
Uh so
Yeah,
here's the picture. That was taken in
there he is.
2011 with permission, I'm assuming.
I would assume so. Yeah, it has to be permission.
Yeah.
You have to personally ask him, otherwise he'll, yeah,
Aunt Neil to your very grave.
Yeah.
All right. So the doll was originally belonged to Robert Eugene Otto, an artist described as eccentric, who belonged to the prominent Key West family. The doll was partly manufactured by the Steiff Company of Germany, purchased by Otto's grandfather while on a ship to Germany in 1904. Given to young Otto as a birthday gift, the doll sailor suit was likely an outfit that Otto wore as a child. The doll remained restored. The doll remained stored in Otto's family home at this address, uh, 534 Eaton Street in Key
Eaton
West.
Street in Key West. Yeah.
Yeah, Eaton Street in Key West. While Otto studied art in New York and Paris, Otto married Annette Barker in Paris on May 3rd, 1930. The couple returned to Otto's family home in Key West to live there until Otto died in 1974. His wife died 2 years later. After their deaths, the Eaton Street home containing the doll was sold to Myrtle Retour. Like if I say that right,
Murder?
Reuter,
Reuter.
Murder,
Ruter. Yeah.
Reuter.
Myrtle Reuter. Yeah.
Who owned it for 20 years until the property was sold to the current owners, who operated as a guest house.
Right.
In 1994, the doll was donated to the East Martello Museum in Key West, Florida, where it became a popular tourist attraction.
Yes.
So this is like according to legend. Uh, the doll has supernatural abilities that allow it to move, change its facial expressions, and make giggling sounds. Some versions of the legend claim that a young girl of Bahamian
Bahamian. Yeah,
Bah-
it's Bahamas, from the Bahamas. Bahamian. Yeah, descent.
Bahamian,
Bahamian.
Bahamian
Okay.
descent gave Otto the doll as a gift or as a retaliation for a wrongdoing. Other stories claim that the doll moved voodoo figurines around the room and was aware of what went on around him. Other legends claim that the doll vanished after Otto's house changed ownership a number of times after his death, or that the young Otto triggered the doll's supernatural powers by blaming his childhood mishaps on the doll. According to local folklore, the doll has caused car accidents, broken bones, job loss, divorce, and cornucopia of other misfortunes. Museum visitors supposedly experienced the post-visit misfortunes for failing to respect Robert. So, yeah, don't mock Robert, or it is not going to end well for you.
Yeah, it's not going to end well.
No. Let's see. Here is the Annabelle doll. As you can see here, it's it's not exactly the picture of it.
Well, it's not the movie Annabelle that we know from The Conjuring and things we've seen, and Annabelle Creation, other films that Suzanne and I both own. But that is the actual doll that they named Annabelle. It's a Raggedy Ann style doll.
Yeah, but that's not the actual picture of the doll, though.
No, that's not the actual one. I mean, the one that's in
No,
their
no, 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 no.
museum, right? The one that's in their museum is a little more ragged than that, but but it's the same kind of doll. Raggedy Ann doll, yeah.
Ah, here it is. So here's the actual Raggedy Ann doll. It says,
Yeah,
warning,
that's it.
positively do not touch.
Do not touch, do not open. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like some kind of really old cover, in lock and key. There's like a tarot card with a devil
Yeah,
on it.
with the devil on it. Yeah, the devil symbol, which means death. So
Yeah,
yes, that's there. And that is in the Warrens, like I said, that's in the Warrens House Museum there in Connecticut.
right. So, stupid ads.
Hey, go away,
Um,
Kumbaya.
so it's allegedly haunted Raggedy Ann dolls housed in the now closed occult museum of the paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren. Annabelle
Right.
was moved there after supposed haunting in 1970. The character based on the doll is one of the antagonists that appear in the Conjuring universe.
Right.
Okay, some kind of movie.
Yes.
Um,
Movies. Movies. Yeah.
so background.
Right.
According to the Warrens, a student nurse was given the doll in 1970. They said that the doll behaved strangely, and that a psychic medium told the student that the doll was inhabited by a spirit of a deceased girl named Annabelle. The student and her roommate tried to accept and nurture the spirit possessed doll, but the doll reportedly exhibited malicious and frightening behavior. It was at this point that the Warrens said they were first contacted, moving the doll to the museum and pronouncing it demonically possessed. The doll remained in a glass box at the Warrens Occult Museum in Monroe, Connecticut. Oh, Connecticut. Okay. Until
Yeah.
the museum
Very good.
closure over zoning violations. Zoning violations. Okay.
Yeah. Right.
Texas State University Assistant Professor of Visualist Studies, Joseph Laycock, says most skeptics have dismissed the Warrens Museum as full of off-shelf Halloween junk dolls and toys, books you could buy at any bookstore. Laycock calls Annabelle legend an interesting case study in the relation between pulp culture and paranormal folklore, and speculates that the demonic doll trope popularized by such films such as Child's Play, like Chucky, I guess,
Yeah.
Dolly Dearest, The Conjuring, likely emerged from the early legends surrounding Robert the Doll, as well as from a Twilight Zone episode released 5 years prior to the Warren story entitled Living Doll, in which the character of the mother is named Annabelle. Laycock suggests that the idea of demonically possessed dolls, also modern demonologists, define supernatural
Demonologist. Yeah. Mhm.
demonologists, demonologists define
Right.
supernatural evil in the most banal and domestic of places. Commenting on publicly for the Warren's Occult Museum, coinciding with the film release of The Conjuring, science writer Sharon A. Hill said that many of the myths and legends surrounding the Warrens have seemingly been of their own doing, and that many people may have difficulty separating the Warrens from their Hollywood portrayal. Hill criticized sensational press coverage of the Warrens Cult Museum and its Annabelle doll. She said, like real life Ed Warren, a real life Annabelle is actually far less impressive. Of the supernatural claims made about Annabelle by Ed Warren, Hill said, "We have nothing but Ed's word for this. Also for the history and origins of the subject of the objects in the museum." The doll was also described in Gerald Brittle's 1980 biography of the Warrens, The Demonologist.
Right.
Yeah. And there's like a movie of Annabelle, which I will not watch.
Well, the movies from the Conjuring universe, The Conjuring, Conjuring 2, then there's a Conjuring 3, Annabelle Creation, there's a few other Annabelle films there. Uh what the two people that portrayed Ed and Lorraine respectively were Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga. And both Patrick and Vera uh, testified have testified that this is real. That what the information they received, uh, you know, and when the movies they did them and whatever, including the Amityville house. Remember where Ronnie DeFeo went and killed his entire family, went nuts, and that's all true because that did happen, and it's still that house is still possessed, the entire house, which Ed and Warren did. And then there was a incident in England where they went over to England, and there was this house that was completely possessed, and it took over some of the family that was living there. That was in Enfield, and there's all of this. But like I said, the actor and actress, as I said, who played the Warrens, say that a lot of this is true, that a lot of this did happen. And they think that the naysayers are just trying to dismiss some of the events and things that actually did happen because both Patrick and Vera had to study the Warrens' life and they read Gerald Brittle's book to do the research and everything. So I
Hmm.
believe them. I do. I believe that
Makes
the Warrens were right.
sense.
Yeah,
Creepy,
yeah.
mischievous spirit.
Hmm.
Annabelle, I thought was a porcelain. Was a part porcelain. No,
No, no.
that's just the movie. it's based off like somewhat of the actual Annabelle doll, but not fully. Don't
Right.
tap the glass. No, don't.
No.
So you're as I've heard in the past, like you guys have been saying, if you don't disrespect them, they don't do anything. Pretty much.
Right, they don't do much. No. No. And as I
Just like
said,
to
on
have
the
you
Annabelle
find the
doll,
right
yeah,
place indeed. True that.
right. Do
Is
that,
Moira
yeah.
still with us? Is still with us? Yes, I'm assuming
Moira,
so.
meow meow.
Meow. Greetings,
Meow
Sashi.
Moira.
Greetings, everyone. Happy Halloween and happy
Sashi!
Diwali too. Mm-hmm.
Oh
Yeah,
yes, happy
I dipped out for a
Diwali.
bit. Y'all were talking about some freaky shit.
Well, okay. One last thing. And then we're done with the creepy stuff.
Never done with the creepy stuff.
I know about this doll. It's a Japanese doll.
Oh,
Meet
Jesus.
Kukyu, the
Oh,
haunted Japanese doll that grows real human hair.
yeah, that's
Uh,
Okiku. That's Okiku. That's her name.
Kiku.
Okiku, yeah.
So, the fear of dolls is called pedophobia.
That's
Whatever.
it's
Pedio,
pediophobia, which is the
pediophobia,
fear of dolls.
the
Yeah,
fear
the
of
fear of dolls.
dolls.
Right.
Pop culture has done a great job turning age-old children's toys into potential vessels of evil. Thank you, Chucky and Annabelle. While we rationally recognize that dolls aren't going to come to life, it's completely understandable that we simultaneously feel unease by the stare of their cold, lifeless eyes. Will they turn their heads to stare into your soul the moment you look away? Will they appear at random in a part of your home they aren't supposed to be in? Will you wake up in the middle of the night to one holding a knife to your throat? We tell ourselves no, that's impossible. But we still prefer it being a well-lit room with our grandmother's antique china doll collection when it comes to Okiku, an allegedly haunted Japanese doll. Her former family and current caretakers have no doubt that she's taken a life of her own. According to the story of Okiku, the doll was purchased by a 17-year-old boy named Kaichi Suzuki during a visit to Sapporo for a marine expedition in 1918. The doll was gifted from his travels for a 2-year-old sister named Okiku. In some versions of the story, she's called Aikiko.
Oh, Kikuko.
Okay.
Kikuko.
Aikikuto, when she was initially purchased. The doll had a hairstyle called okapa, similar to okaka. Oh no, okapa.
Okapa. It's similar to a bob cut.
Yes, similar to a okaka, which is popular on Japanese dolls. Okiku loved her new doll and served as the little girl's companion until she died suddenly from a cold-like illness at the age of 3. Devastated by their loss, Okiku's family put her favorite doll on the household altar, where they prayed in memory of Okiku. Before long, the family noticed that the hair on Okiku's doll had begun to grow, as if the hair was on the head of a human. The family concluded that the restless spirit of Okiku, who died so young, was now inside her beloved doll. The doll remained with Okiku's family until 1938, when they moved to
Wamizawa. Yeah.
Inizawa in Hokkaido,
Hokkaido. There you go.
and gave the doll to the Minji Temple.
Meninji Temple.
Minji, yeah. Yes, some of these Japanese words are a little bit tongue twister.
I know. And
Minji
it's
Temple,
Japanese.
when she remains enshrined to this day. She is now referred to as Kokiku as her former owner. Some believe that the hair that continues to grow from her head is the hair of the child, Okiku.
Okiku.
But even though, when the hair is plucked or out of the head or cut, it doesn't really grow. It's just stagnant. It's dead hair. But yeah, there's the doll.
There's a saying.
Yeah.
To say that real
Okiku's
human hair is growing out of her head.
Okiko's hair growing party trick didn't stop when she found a new home in Menjinji Temple. Allegedly, her cropped hair grew nearly 10 inches all the way down to her knees during the beginning of her stay at the temple and continues to require trimming to stop it from growing out of control. The priest that cuts her hair was said to receive a message from Kiku in his dreams asking him to keep her hair trimmed. Oh. Hmm.
Yeah.
Username Azumi on Yahoo Japan's paranormal occult forum says that a Japanese paranormal book discussing Okiku's claims that the temple refuses to allow the doll to be disassembled and analyzed. However, I couldn't locate an initial source to verify this. Other claims the temple allows some of the trimmed hair to be tested, which determined that it was indeed the hair of a real child. And if Okiku's story isn't creepy enough, some visitors believe her mouth is slowly opening to reveal a set of human teeth. Whether or not any of this is true, Okiku continues to intrigue and frighten visitors to her shrine to this day with her personal twist on the forever eerie haunted doll trope.
Wow.
So
that's a pamphlet.
That's the shrine where the doll is right there.
Yeah, the Meningi Temple, right?
That's the
And
temple.
and the person, right?
And there's
the
a
person
close up of the doll right there.
right, and the person I was trying to identify for you was Aikichi Suzuki from Sapporo in 1918 is where it came from.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So very, very haunting. I wouldn't go in that temple. You could not pay me to go in there. Oh no, no.
Mm-mm.
Not
No.
for Okiku. No.
No,
No.
no, like some
You
of
would
these
not do it.
dolls that I just mentioned, three of them. I would not go anywhere near these dolls.
No. No. Very fright. Well, you can't go near, like it says, the occult museum it's been closed by their nephew John Zaffis,
Mm-hmm.
and that it can no one can go in there. Like I said, the only thing they do is once a week they will have a Catholic priest go in there and do a form of exorcism to keep the spirit locked in there. And they keep everything else around there, that symbol of death with the devil on it and everything, that's there, that stays there. It
Right.
somehow binds the malevolent spirit inside the doll. But a priest blesses that doll, and like I said, once a week, because they're afraid that if they don't, the demonic powers and the malevolent, you know, spirit itself could get loose unless
Right.
it's continually bound. It's binded. So it
Mm-hmm.
is binded to that glass, bulletproof, tempered glass case. Can't get out. Don't tap it. Don't do anything. Don't even
Speaking of
stare
which,
at
if, like like Robert the doll,
it.
you
Yeah.
know, I guess whoever possessed that doll chooses to stay with within that doll.
hmm Well, the
Weird.
same thing. And what I don't understand about Robert is, um, they they had this chair that he was on, and one time somebody said something, and his chair levitated, and they actually showed some uh, camera, overnight when when no one's there, and they've seen his chair levitate and rise, and like be up here, and then it comes back down. So there is some kind of spirit inside him, obviously, something that is allowing it to rise and go, and
That's what I said. If you talk to him and ask for a picture, he'll actually nod his head yes or shake his head no.
yeah, yeah. If you watch, there was somebody who asked to take a photo of him, and you watch the head go. So if it goes like this, then he allows it. But if it goes like this, he doesn't. He says, "Nope, don't take a picture of me." Or something bad
Yeah,
happens to you.
there's no doubt. I wouldn't take that picture if I lay. No. What is a
Yeah.
Diwali? Sashi says, Diwali or Diwali is the Hindu festival of light, celebrates the triumph of light over dark. Mm-hmm. Indeed.
Yes. Yeah, it's from India. It's a special. It's like during the time where in Mexico they have Dia de los Muertos, the Day of the Dead, that they
Hmm.
celebrate just after Halloween. Same
Yeah, in
thing, except that
Mexico.
it embraces lights. Yeah, it's a festival.
Hmm.
It lasts for about a week.
Hmm. Uh, S- Watcher says, "Sounds good to me. Day of the Dead's coming soon too. Pretty much a couple, like in a couple of days here. As a bald person, I'm slightly envious. Uh,
Slightly envious.
wow, that's crazy. I'll go in for $5. No amount of money on earth will let me go in that place.
No, no,
No.
no.
Wow, I heard stories of others that have been on a seat and they get lifted in the air.
I've,
Creepy,
I've heard that too. Playing down under.
creepy.
I'm really glad to see you, Sashi. He's a future time traveler. He's 12 hours ahead of us.
Yeah,
13
definitely.
in your case, but 12 ahead of me.
All right, so that's enough for the creepy stuff for tonight, because I do want to like sleep soundly in my sleep, and then rather than keeping one eye open here. Um, getting like since I already told the story of my good Halloween memory, which is kind of humorous, here's my bad memory of one Halloween. Okay, it was no, I'm a kid. So I remember me and my folks and my three siblings, you know, we got pumpkins, we're making jack-o'-lanterns and stuff like that. And okay, everything's done. We put them in like just like a couple days before Halloween, thankfully enough.
Yep.
Um so we
Getting
put
to the
our
spirit.
jack-o'-lanterns outside of the front door, right?
Right.
And it's uh it was like I think it was like in somewhat close to evening time. Um, like there's still light out, right? But just before dark. And I'm going past the front door, like going away to the kitchen or family room somewhere, or something like that. And I see this male preteen slash teenager at the front door, just going away from the front door, right? I'm like, who is this? Who is this guy? Like, what did he want? So I opened the door, right?
Yeah.
And like he has a look of shock on his face. I immediately looked down. Like it was either that or I immediately looked down first and then saw his face. But either which,
Weird.
I saw the kid had a shocking look on his face. That's when I noticed that my jack o' lantern and my three siblings' jack o' lanterns were all smushed in and caved in. I immediately, like in disbelief and shock, I was starting to get really upset, and and then my three siblings. I mean, one of my siblings came by, and they were getting upset, and then the other two siblings of mine came to the front door, and they all saw what the unfortunate carnage happened, and they were getting upset to the point, it alerted my dad, and my mom really closely followed my dad. My dad, saw the unfortunate
Yeah, for
um, uh, cave in of the jack lanterns, and again, uh, there were like there's just there's not one. There's like a couple other preteen slash teenage boys with this kid, and all of them had the look of oh shit look to them, right? And
right.
me and my siblings were getting upset. My dad and my mother was trying to calm us down. Like my dad walks to the goes outside the front door and closes the door, and apparently had some words to these preteen slash teenage males. I don't know what those words are, but we never saw those kids again.
Oh my God. I
But
think your I think your
like
dad told them all. No.
but I don't know what it said, but he looked very. He did look mad, but he looked very like very stern, very serious, no sense attitude to him. Um, I couldn't really tell that look. Um, so me and my family went to the pumpkin farm again for a second time to get our pumpkins and make them into jack o' lanterns again.
Yeah.
And this is a couple of days before Halloween. And this happened the day of Halloween. Absolute mayhem would happen.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was like not a very good memory of Halloween as a kid. And it was like, what the fuck? It was pretty
Was it
much
just
it.
blatant? Was it just blatant that they destroyed your pumpkins?
All of them, all like mine, my three siblings, all of them were smashed and caved in.
Wow.
Um, so like all of that, work and prep of our pumpkins, I just totally smashed in. So so everyone, like me included, my three siblings were getting all upset to the point my folks had to take us to the pumpkin farm to, you know, get pumpkins and again do the prep work to make them into jack o' lanterns. We didn't have to do those in the first place if it wasn't for those mischievous male preteens / teenagers.
Well, I'm glad they never came back again. Your
No,
dad apparently told them
um,
off big time.
I like to like so like the next. I would say that yeah. So when we did the decorations of the pumpkins a second time, we put the jack o' lanterns in the back of the house, so the front of the house. Because
Yeah,
of that, like I wasn't happy about it, but I understood because I didn't want my jack o' lantern to be destroyed again. So yeah,
because he did
not
such good
very,
work.
not really a fond memory of mine of like Halloween as a kid. This was
So
pretty much
sorry
like
that happened.
it was pretty much like what the fuck, like to this day, like you know I mostly male but maybe females too, not trying to be sexist here. um I'm sure that some preteen and teenagers are like toilet papering someone's house and egging the windows just for like a silly prank. But at the end of the day, they don't need those teenagers, preteen and teenagers don't really have to clean that up. The people that live there have to clean it up,
Exactly. Exactly.
which is unfortunate.
Yeah. Have you ever
And
had your
I don't understand it. They're wasting perfectly good toilet paper, especially like these days, right?
Mhm.
And they're
Have you
wasting
ever had
good food of carton of eggs to throw out of someone's house.
yeah, have you ever had your house TP before? I know my
No, I
parents
have
had their
not. I have like couple my neighbors like couple houses down. They got TP'd and had like eggs thrown out their window.
my nephew was with my folks and he played for the high school football team and the cheerleaders came to my parents' house one night and TP'd their whole house
Dang.
all over. This is my parents live in what they call a xenoscape. That's XENO scape. So they live in a xenoscape, which is considered like a desert landscape. So can you imagine how hard it is to take toilet paper rolls off a saguaro cactus or a barrel cactus
Tree,
or all
house,
over the ground?
bushes. Like good luck trying to get rid of that when it's all wet.
It was terrible. My parents were really pissed off because they were like, they knew it was a prank, right? So at first they were kind of like, okay, it's a prank, they just. But when they realized, when my dad realized how hard it was to take off all this toilet paper all over these desert plants, and like I said, the cacti and everything else, and there's even jumping cactus. You never go near a jumping cactus at all if you live in Arizona, because those things, they have their needles. The reason they call it a jumping cactus is because the needles sometimes can jump from the plant itself and hit whatever's close by. So if a dog tries to mess with it, one of their dogs, my parents' dogs, ended up with a bunch of needles in its nose and
Like,
on its
it's this
face.
somewhat similar to a porcupine. Free.
Like a porcupine, yes, exactly.
Right
Because the
at
wind can
the dog's
carry.
muscle. Yeah.
Hmm.
Ouch.
Yeah, even a dust storm, that's the scary part. A dust storm can carry a jumping cactus far enough that it can hit like whatever's close. So, like a person, a dog, anything. It is the scariest damn thing. And you got to like pull every single one out. And they're bleeding, right? Because they have so many of them in their body. It's just, yeah, scary.
Right,
Just too scary. Yeah.
right. Like I lost my
Yeah.
train of thought. Um
You can lose your mind in a haunted house. You know that, right?
oh
I
I
lost my
will
mind on
never
a haunted ship.
I will not go to an actual haunted house. I don't even go to like pretend ones. Like no thank you. I'd rather go through a corn maze. I'm pretty good after that.
The corn maze. Yeah.
Yeah, corn maze.
Have you ever been to the Queen Mary in Long Beach? Have
Mm-mm.
you ever been on that ship there?
No,
It's haunted.
no. Oh, thank you. I'm not going anywhere near any place that is haunted. Thank you very much. Um. Oh, I now remember. So so the when I first saw toilet paper like hanging out some at like one of the neighbor's trees, like as a
Yeah.
kid, I thought, oh, I'm guessing they're like getting to the Halloween spirit, and my folks like that's not the reason. I'm like, why? And they're like, oh, it's just some kids playing a thing, trying to be funny, but it's not really appropriate. And they didn't really explain me fully as to why, but I was just a kid back then.
Well, they do it as
Yeah,
a prank most of the
I
time.
know. Yeah, but they don't have to clean it up afterwards, which is
Well,
yeah.
yeah,
Like they
the
should
property
I
owner.
don't know, like maybe if you would think, you would think that with I mean preteens and teenagers do that, like TP someone sound, you would think, I don't know, the punishment would be community service. So you're going to be cleaning up this TP at this household. You would think, it'd be something like that, but no.
Well, in the case of my parents, what they gave the cheerleaders an option, and they said, well, you can do one of two things. You can either help us out clean it, or we will tell your folks, and your folks could demand you go clean it, or they can put you in for in jail for 24 hours, just as a warning, that's a punishment. And nobody wants to sit in a jail
Oh,
cell.
not actual jail. No, what you mean is a juvenile
A juvenile kind of
prison. Yeah,
holding cell.
yeah.
Yeah, not a real jail. It's just like but it is a cell. It's a holding cell.
They
Yeah.
do that with a program called Scared Straight,
Scared straight. Yeah,
and they'll put them in a real jail cell.
right.
Yeah.
Right. I do there's some kind of show. Maybe Moira will know about this. Moira, kitty,
Kitty,
meow,
kitty,
kitty,
meow. Kitty, kitty,
kitty,
kitty. Moira,
kitty.
kitty, kitty.
Oh,
Moira.
she's not right there. Hey, there's some kind of show with with like teenagers getting they're getting in trouble and stuff to the point they're being sent to juvenile detention, but there's some of them, teenagers like they are like going into juvenile detention. They're not even phased. So there's some kind of like show that these teenagers will be like, I don't know, brought into
Scared
actual
straight or something.
Yeah,
actual-
scared straight.
go to actual
That's what she
prison.
said. That's what Suzanne's been saying. Scared straight. She knew it.
Go
I
to the
watched
actual
it.
prison and meet
Yes.
Yeah.
these
Yeah,
prisoners
and
that
these scary criminals are like offering for them to like be their play toy and shit if they don't straighten up. Yeah.
like I do, like I don't know what the show I don't remember what the show is, but they'll go to the real jail cell with these real prisoners, and these prisoners would scare the like tell the kids like their story, like to straighten their shit out and stuff like that, like scared them.
Right.
Like we said,
Scared them straight. That's what
Scared
we've
them
been saying.
Yeah,
we've been
but I
saying
can't
that. That's
remember.
what it's
Like I
called.
can't. I know. I can't remember the show. What it was called.
It
Oh
was
my
called
God,
that. Scared
Raquel.
Straight, honey. Raquel, it's called Scared
Oh,
Straight.
Skull Square Street. Oh,
Jesus
okay.
Christ.
Yeah,
I
that's
thought
what
they were
Suzanne's
like.
been
I
saying
thought.
I'm
too.
trying to
I
tell
thought.
you.
Hold on a minute. I thought he was just saying. I thought he was just in general. I didn't know there was actually the name of the show.
That's the name. That's the name of the show, sweetie. Yeah, Scared Straight.
Okay. I'm sorry. I missed
You're
that.
fired. Absolutely fired.
Jeez, I've had a long busy day.
The Care Bear
Yeah.
Coalition has
There
fired
was
you.
one
Oh no, not the Care Bear Coalition.
after the jail. What happened?
Yeah, one. Suzanne said there was at least one child that ended up going to prison that didn't listen. Just one so far that she knows of. But I tell you, the best way to scare them was to take them and release them into the prison population, even if it was for a few days. And believe you me, they were scared the f off, man. I mean, they did not want to end up there. That scared them to death. That if they
Jail is
realized if they
cold.
go to prison, they go into the prison population, and then it's fair game. You're fair game. Anything can happen to you.
Yeah,
Anything.
jail is
Your
cold and
attitude.
the Berkshire sucks.
Yeah, your attitude. If you have if you have a really bad attitude and you go in there, screw that. You're dead. They'll come
You might
after
get
you.
your ass beat. I mean, you may not get killed.
Yeah.
Especially like how can I say this?
Depends where you go.
In terms of the male stuff, there's some like I don't know how true this is. Maybe like some truth
Well,
to
I
it.
don't know.
Oh,
Um,
the butt lovins? Oh, yeah, that happens. That does happen.
with
You'd be-
males,
you'd be
yeah, like
uncomfortable.
you're
You'd be
pretty much
uncomfortable
like
with the amount of HIV that goes on in that place.
like how can I say this politely? You're gonna pretty much butt fucked. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now back then,
If you're down with that sort of thing, find yourself a good, strong man to protect you so nobody else gets you.
I would say pucker up your ass cheeks. Like no shit.
yeah, right. Find a husband.
Yeah,
Hook
yeah,
up with a man real quick. Yeah.
yeah. Better
Yeah.
find you a good
A
friend or
burly
a
ass man who would protect you behind bars. Yeah.
I was scared straight, but wasn't any show. LOL. OSS barbed wire can't get up and sign into the bathroom. Minuscule needs to pay for, of course, walked everywhere. Prisoners in shackles come in and say, "You don't want to be here. Be thankful." Indeed. So don't dine and dash. Don't steal shit. You're
well, that dash will probably just get local jail and like a bail or something.
Right.
Like,
yeah, don't
yeah,
sell
if you plan on
drugs.
doing some serious crimes, make sure that you're not in a state that does death penalty, and be prepared to leave the state. For real.
Take that, reverse it.
Where there is nothing compared to where I was kept, strike that, reverse it.
Strike that, reverse it.
Okay.
Like something out of Willy Wonka.
Really Wonka. Where they were was way worse than where I was. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So
you
hey,
were-
what like how's been like sorry Mikey, how have the Halloween watch parties been going?
They've been all right.
Like the last recent few.
Yeah, they're all right.
Like
No,
like
you
scary.
did.
Not too bad. Last night
Red.
one was a little bit scary. It was called Howl, where this train going from, it was in England somewhere, and it broke down. Like they couldn't get to start, and they were out in this like the woods where the tracks were, and the fucking werewolves started showing up and like grabbed a couple of people and bit them, and like all kinds of chaos ensued. I was like, damn. They were very ugly werewolves. They weren't very good ones. They weren't all fluffy.
No. They don't look like the. I don't know if they would call them werewolves. I mean, somewhat, I guess. They don't like the werewolves from Twilight.
Oh no. Well, that would be more believable. These look like swamp creep, like soggy. They didn't have a lot of hair on them. Like they had hair on their head.
No, they look like some kind of freaky, hairy, somewhat balding, freaking wolf of a gremlin.
Right.
She
I
described
mean, they had
that.
werewolf legs. Like they had like the weird little, like, dog legs.
It's
they
like
had
I'm
that
looking
going.
at like a hairy gremlin of a wolf. It's just really off.
Oh, you're looking up the picture of it. Okay.
No,
Yeah.
I've seen pictures. Like some of them are
Oh.
like, yeah.
I know.
Suzanne
Right?
said, yeah, Suzanne said you just described one of her ex-husbands.
Damn.
Oh damn!
I would make the same joke, but like, I never looked like they were all hairy and stuff. Like,
Yeah, they were scary ass people. She showed me some of her
damn.
ex-husbands, and they were scary ass guys. I mean,
Turn my life
I
around for
met one
sure.
for sure. Yes, I did, hon. I know. Yeah, that's good like that, and I'm glad you're not a bad boy.
Yeah.
Smack him upside the head.
I have to. Let's see. There's like since I'm like just a Scooby Doo this year, there are like there's like really good Scooby Doo movies that I really enjoy.
Yeah.
So
Now we just talked about this last night, and you were there, Raquel. We talked about the Adams Family had a great Scooby Doo mystery that they were in, and John Astin and all the original cast voiced, even Uncle Fester, Coogan, Jackie Coogan, and them all voiced their voices on it, on the murder, on the Scooby Doo mystery that featured the Adams Family. That was so good.
right.
Yeah, I love.
I never feel like
The Scooby Doo Zombie Island from 1998.
I saw that. Very good. Yep.
Very good. Yes, my favorite. Scooby Doo and the Witch's Ghost. I love the Hex Girls in that movie.
Oh yeah.
I love the songs in that movie.
I have seen all of those films. They're good. Yeah.
Scooby Doo and the Alien Invaders. Love it as well.
Yeah.
Scooby Doo and the Cyber Chase. I have the PC game for it. I still have.
Okay. Cool.
Scooby
It's
Doo:
hard
The
to get those
Legend
now.
of the Vampire, also good. Scooby Doo and the Monster of Mexico. Scooby Doo and the Loch Ness Monster, also good. And let's see. No. Scooby Doo Return to Zombie Island. That's also good. And what was the other two? It's like some kind. Scooby Doo meets the Boo Brothers. That's also a good a television film. Scooby Doo and the Ghoul School. Scooby Doo and the Reluctant Werewolf. Really good Scooby Doo films that I personally enjoy. But they had a lot of Scooby Doo films. Like I didn't realize how many they had.
There were a lot of them, animated TV movies, they called them, yeah.
So there's like 4 animated television films, direct-to-video animated films. They're except to this date, starting from 1998, all the way to 2023. 38 films. 38.
Damn.
38. That's
I know for a fact I have not seen all 38.
I haven't either.
No. There's no way. But I did see. The first two Scooby Doo live action films, which featured Matthew Lillard, that actor, as Shaggy. Yeah,
Mm.
he was perfect for that. Matthew Lillard. I can never say his last name that well, but he was perfect for Shaggy. Yeah,
Yeah, I seen the two Scooby Doo live action films.
yeah.
I
Oh,
seen the original, of course, the original Scooby
yeah,
Doo. Or Are You from 1969, of course.
yeah. Now
Uh,
the
oh, I
lady
forgot
also. I
about
just
this
remember this.
one. The
Yeah.
13 Ghosts of Scooby Doo. That's also a good one.
Yes, that's the one that has that was a series that was narrated by Vincent Price, and that
Hmm.
was good. Yeah.
Speaking of which, I had little Scooby right here.
Oh, Raggy
Yay!
Roo!
Raggy Roo! Oh,
Raggy
Raggy,
Roo!
where's my Scooby snacks? They're right here.
Give me snacks! Yay! Oh,
Yay!
and there was
I
another
just
person I remembered.
like,
Uh, do you remember? Do you remember that series that was on for a very short time called Freaks and Geeks?
no, not really. Apparently, this is
Oh,
like a Beanie Baby version of Scooby.
oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah. The person
Yep,
that played
I love
Velma.
Scooby Doo.
Yeah, the person that played Velma in those, 2 movies was Linda Cardellini, who was in Freaks and Geeks. I just remembered that. I was like, "She did that well too." She was good Velma. Yeah. And it was what was his name, honey? It was the guy who played Fred. It was, Ramos or something.
Junior.
Freddie Prinze, that's it. Freddie Prinze Jr. So his dad was in Sanford and Son. And when he passed away, Freddie Prinze Jr., his son, decided to get into acting. And so he played Fred. That was Freddie Prinze. Yeah, thank you, babe. I was trying to remember that. Oh, and was it Sarah Michelle Gellar that played um
Yes.
yeah, Sarah
Daphne.
Daphne, right. Sarah Michelle Gellar played Daphne in those films. Yeah, well, they were good. I think they all matched perfectly with the characters. And then they had a kind of animated, it was a mix of live action and animation for Scooby Doo. They kept him animated, apparently, I
There you
guess. Yeah,
Who was the most hated character of the Scooby franchise?
Scrappy
oh,
Doo. I didn't find Scrappy Doo
Scrappy Doo. Yes, you got it.
annoying.
Yay!
I never found.
Scrappy Doo!
I never
Yeah.
found Scrappy Doo annoying at all. Oh,
Well, but everybody hated him. His famous phrase was "puppy power."
or and there was the what's the other? Oh man, I forgetting the name.
There was Scooby Dee.
Scooby Doo, but they removed that because they thought that was insulting.
Yeah, there was a guy named Scooby Dum, but he was like a dumber dog, and they didn't like that. So
No. I am number down. Blue Falcon.
Blue Falcon and Dynamite. Yeah,
Yeah, Dynamite. Like, what's the Dynamite?
Dynamite was
The
a
dog.
robot. He
Uh,
was an android dog.
yeah,
Yeah,
but I'm
that,
thinking of what was the other like. Hold on, I'm trying to think. Let me look this up.
well,
Scooby
well, we got.
Doo.
Oh yes, the Friday Night at Freddy's movie, Playing Down Under. Yes, Matthew Lillard did a great. We saw that. We saw that. Susan and I went to see that movie, Friday Night at Freddy's. Yes, he was
Oh,
great in
like,
that.
Did you already say Scooby Dum already?
Yeah, we said Scooby Dum.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay. Like, that was the one I was thinking of.
that was the dumb one. Yes,
Scooby Doo.
Scooby Dee and Scooby Dum. Yeah, yeah. And we have Christopher
Really
Kane.
awesome. And Friday Night at Freddy's too. Meow.
Yeah,
Hey, Christopher Came. Happy Halloween.
yeah. Happy Halloween.
Love the
Yeah.
costumes. Puppy power. Yes.
Scrappy
Let
Doo.
me at him.
Let
Yep.
me at him. Be at him.
This just sends me back to the Harvey Birdman attorney at law. LOL.
Harvey Birdman, attorney at law.
Like,
Yeah, that was
was it
uh,
what's the what
Space Ghost.
Space Ghost to the Coast? Yeah.
And he did interviews with
Because
people.
I remember the guy with the red mask and the
Yes.
yellow hair, and I remember the giant mantis
Yeah,
guy.
that praying mantis guy who was like his sidekick, like something
Mhm.
out of Ed McMahon. Yeah.
Wait, if I'm not mistaken, Washington, isn't there like a female version of Birdman?
That girl?
Hot Girl? Is that the one?
I think so. Hot girl. Something like that. Yes,
Coast to
Zorak
Coast,
blinking.
Zorak
Yeah.
blinking. Hold on, I need to find. Pardon spelling. No worries.
Oh,
Um,
that's okay.
also Brack. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Brack. Yep. Brack was
Sometimes, like
fun.
I'm a number,
Brack
like in
Brack was the one. Yeah, like Dannon. Was Brack the one that looked like a cheetah? Kind of looked like a cat. Didn't he look like a cat man? Something like that? Yeah, Brack. I think that's the one I'm thinking of.
right.
And happy holidays to you, Christopher.
I do remember, like like an Adult Swim, they would use um like it would use some of the characters from Space Coast to Coast, like the
Yeah.
Mantis and the. I'm guessing the Brack is the the mask guy. I guessing.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, Raquel, I got to tell you of a horrifying scene from Adult Swim. You might remember this. So the gummy bears. There is a horrifying scene where one of the gummy bears is, trotting down the hill and she hits one of those man traps, and she goes, "Ah," and gets her one of her feet taken off by the trap. It's like one of those traps that like supposed to snap your feet off or whatever. And so it took off her, and she says, "Oh, yum, yum, yum." And then she gets the other one, and she's beep, beep, beep. She goes, "Dang it," and she gets her other foot by a man trap.
and there is a female version of Birdman, and her name is Bird Girl.
Bird girl. Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and yeah, Lactanin said yes. Brack was the cat dude. He was kind of low IQ. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. And he had kind of these black things on his eyes. And yes, I do remember that. Yeah, gummy bears. Wow.
Why you're always hiding? She likes to wander off sometimes. Don't she'll come back. Yeah, Brack was the cat dude, was kind of low IQ, LOL. Gummy
Yeah,
bears, wow, just sent me into a
into a
tailspin.
tailspin.
Yep.
Yeah,
I love the intros of Tailspin, Dark
gummy
Duck,
bears.
DuckTales, Tailspin, Gummy Bears, really good shows. Like there's one called one Bonkers, I remember, and then there's this uh
Did you like the one that was the Rescue Rangers, Chip and Dale Rescue
yeah, I
Rangers?
different Just Rescue Rangers. I
Yeah,
forget what um I can't
no
remember.
worries.
He looked like a cat and a monkey at the same time, but he
Hmm,
had spots on him.
weird.
A really long name.
Yeah. Oh yeah, a lot of voice actors he said were in all of what we watched, even Gargoyles. Yeah, I remember Gargoyles. Sort of, yeah. I watched a few episodes of those. Yeah.
I do remember. Uh,
Oh, my channel name is Mikey Sue's 4. And I tried to join the chat earlier, but I think because I'm losing my core plan, I tried to join it earlier. Let's see if it'll let me do it again.
no, no,
Nope,
it's
it
okay,
won't
yeah,
let me join
keyboard.
the chat. Yeah, it won't let me join the chat anymore. You could type it for me if you want, Raquel. Keep David. Yes. Yeah, he's good.
See if I can find it. Ah, Marsupilami. Yes, Marsupilami.
Marsupilami. Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Again in 1993. You don't really hear that much anymore, unfortunately. But here, see if I can get a really good close up.
Yeah.
No. It's not. It's not a good close up.
Huh.
Damn it. Ah.
Could you get me a after you change the calendar? Could you get me a handkerchief, please?
What? I can't take it up. I can't zoom in. Left
Weird.
BS.
Hey, it's November 1st.
I'll be November 1st in my neck of the woods soon.
Yeah. Oh,
Aha! Found it.
I already changed this one for us, honey. November. There we go. Okay, so November 3rd, Raquel, daylight savings time ends on
Yep.
November 3rd.
Yeah.
And then yeah, on Sunday. It actually ends
Sunday. Yep.
officially after 2
November
a.m.
3rd.
Yeah, November 3rd after 2 a.m. is when it ends. Yeah. Yeah, daylight
Um.
savings time. And then
The full
Remembrance
pack an
Day.
hour.
Yeah, and then Remembrance Day for us here in Canada is on Monday the 11th, November
Mm-hmm.
11th. Yeah.
All right. I found
Oh,
it.
oh,
Marsupilami. It's a 1993
Marsupilami.
television series. Yeah, it looks like a cat, a dog, and a monkey, all and a
And all at
cheetah,
the same time
all
with the
into
big
one.
long, yeah, with its big long tail. Oh,
Yep.
yeah. Oh, Raquel, are we still doing the American Thanksgiving live stream on the 20th of November, right?
Yes, we're
Whoops.
still doing that. Absolutely.
Okay, cool. What's the best time? About 9 o'clock your time, 10 o'clock?
Um, I don't know right now. I'll know in a couple more weeks.
As it gets closer. Yeah.
Um.
Okay. Was just checking. There we go.
Oh yes, gargoyles. A lot of voice actors were in all of what you watched, even gargoyles. Yes, I
Agree.
love gargoyles. What is your channel name, Mikey? My favorite voice actor is Keith Daves. Agreed. Original voice of Spawn was Keith Dave. Uh, soon. There's Mikey's channel. You can follow him on right over there. Uh,
Thank you.
most
Thank you, Stream Elements.
memorable Western voice actor from a animal-based cartoon character would be Michael Dorn as I Am Weasel. I'm not really.
Right.
I'm not really a fan of those cartoons. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But
Um,
but I am a fan of Michael Dorn who played Worf in the Star Trek franchises. So
hmm,
yeah, good stuff.
good stuff. Yeah, like you don't really see those cartoons like that anymore, unfortunately. Like
You
from a
really don't see anything.
it's from a bygone age, sadly.
I always enjoy watching. I know some of the guys here have seen it, but I love watching Robot Chicken. And what they do on YouTube is this guy from England runs the Robot Chicken, and he he calls himself Boba Fett. Yeah, he calls himself Boba Fett, and he runs these things from England, with which is Robot Chicken, and he does some different segments. Like on one segment, he shows everything about Batman. Another one, he shows everything about Superman. There's another one which is Halloween related. Then there's one that's a video game related stream that he does about all the different Robot Chicken. Seth
Mhm.
Green who runs it. So yeah, it's funny. It's funny as heck. Yeah, especially
Indeed,
the Star Wars one.
stars.
Yeah, Star Wars. He goes, go for Papa Palpatine, and it's the guy who does diggity, giggity, does Quagmire. Yeah, the voice of Quagmire. Yeah,
Quackfire.
yeah. Cow and chicken. Oh yeah, that was a good one. They had a cousin named Boneless. Yes, I remember that, Sashi.
I'm not really a fan of it.
Yeah.
Nah. Cow and
I
chicken.
told
They had
Chris about
cousins
your
named
puppy
Pumbaa.
costume.
Huh?
I told Chris about your Scooby costume and had him turn it on to see it, and he was like, "Aw." I'm like, I know.
Thank you. I'm Weasel. Remind me, or LR Baboon. Maybe it's just me.
IR baboon.
I thought that was
I am.
L. Sorry.
IR baboon, yeah.
I'm also a man enough to say I watched the entirety of Powerpuff Girls and then Samurai Jack, and know what happened to the city. If you know, you know. Seth Green
Yeah.
was hilarious on Austin Powers.
Yes, he
I
was.
found that frustrating a little bit.
I've got shh written all over it.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Apparently,
yes,
there's
no.
going to be a fifth Shrek film. I believe coming out. Let's see here. I
Fifth Shrek?
believe.
We have all 4 of them. We have the 4 Shreks.
Yeah,
Well, I thought we were gonna have
2026.
Oh, geez.
Damn. A 5th Shrek? How are they going to
Uh-huh.
do it?
Huh?
How are they going to do that?
I
What do
don't
you mean,
know.
how? I'm assuming
Well, I
with a
mean, because
computer.
I thought after the 4th one, it was closed. It was closure. It had closure. So I don't know.
Maybe they're going to have kids and the kids are going to get into some shit. I don't know.
Maybe Moira. Who knows? I don't know.
I don't know. It might be like you do see. I forget which movie. You do see Puss in Boots going back to far, far away after some time. So he's been gone for some time from far, far away. He said he mentioned he's going to go see old friends. So I'm assuming that's where Shrek 5 is going to pick up.
Maybe. Well,
Yeah,
I hope.
I'm not really sure. I'm just assuming. That's just me. Just take it as a grain of salt.
They'll miss an opportunity if they don't.
Right.
If it comes out, we're definitely going to go see it because we love Shrek. We love anything Shrek. So.
I will pirate it for everybody to watch.
Oh, you would? Okay, great. If you do that, we can watch it with you. Yeah, for sure.
All right.
And if they bring Puss in Boots back, I do hope that Antonio Banderas is still doing the voice.
Right.
If he's not, I'm gonna riot.
I'm gonna kill somebody.
Yeah.
I'm gonna riot. I'm gonna.
Start YouTube. YouTube overlords. I do not condone violence, so I'm not gonna kill
I don't
anybody.
violence either. Puss in Boots: The Last Wish came out in 2022. Spoilers. If you don't want to hear this part, mute your volume in 3, 2, 1. Okay. So Goldie and the Three Bears, decide to, Goldie accepts that her true family is the Three Bears, okay, and decided to take over Horner's business while Plus rekindles his romance with Kitty, the black and white Kitty. Later, Puss, Kitty, and Frito, the dog, steal a ship and head to far, far away to reunite with some old friends. That's where I'm thinking that's where Shrek 5 is going to come into play.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm just taking it as a grain. Just take it as a grain of salt. But that's probably where we're going to be heading with Shrek 5.
Yeah, I don't mind Eddie Murphy coming back to do Donkey.
I don't mind it
Yeah,
either.
it'd be weird if he doesn't.
I don't mind, Mike Myers
being
coming back as Shrek. Mike Myers being Shrek, and then Fiona. Who does Fiona again?
Cameron Diaz, isn't it?
Yeah.
Cameron Diaz, played yes.
Yeah, Cameron Diaz as Fiona. Yeah, I wouldn't mind, and of course, Puss in Boots, of course.
Yeah, of course.
I wouldn't mind those characters coming back.
And Mike Myers to come back and do Shrek. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mostly remember watching cartoons from the Cartoon Network area because my niece would watch them. My childhood was Gundam, Masked Rider, Macross, and Ultraman. Which Gundam?
Ultraman.
Which Gundam are you talking about? Because there's so many variants of Gundam.
Lots, yeah. But I do remember Sashi Ultraman.
Robotech. I'm not really familiar with Robotech.
I'm sort of familiar with Robotech. I know what it was about, but I didn't really watch it back then. And And Playing Down Under said you need to stay unalive, and that's in the Black Dannon
Oh,
says
I
that's
saw.
the go-to, and he likes to go. Yeah,
I missed some. He will. That's the go-to, and he likes to roll. You need to say unalive. Hello. And then we got Lachan, Sashi, and Blushdown.
Black Dannon. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, very cool.
Question stuff from my area was Thundercats and G.I. Joe. Yep. Though I wonder why the guys in G.I. Joe wouldn't hit anything when compared to anime. Well, it's a kid show, so they can't really hit anything.
It's a kids show, so you
They
can't kill
can't really
people.
kill anybody. It's the same thing with the Batman animated series that the Joker couldn't kill in that animated series, and no one could hit anything in terms of guns.
Okay.
It's worth a watch if you love anime. I know, but I'm like I'm asking Sashi, which Gundam are you talking about? Because you got the original Gundam, Mobile Suit Gundam, and then you got Gundam Wing. You got Endless Waltz. Like there's so many of them. Like which Gundam one are you talking about? Inquiring minds like to know.
Okay. Well, they'll do the extra sauce.
I watched the OG Gundam. Okay, referred to as the Universal Century Timeline. Ah, okay.
Okay, so
Yeah, I have the original Gundam series on DVD. I have it physically on my bookshelf over here. Yeah,
so cool.
support physical releases, people, but also it's cool to watch movies on Netflix and Amazon Streamwise too. It's totally okay. Nothing wrong with that. I do both really. So. Mobile Fighter Gene Gundam was good too. King of Hearts. Ah, yes. You just mentioned that. Speaking of which, let's see if I can get it right here. Mobile Fighter.
See, now I never saw any of the Gundams. What I was into was, G-Force with Battle of the Planets. Before that, Voltron, Defenders of the Universe. And then after those two, I was into Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, but I only saw like the first couple seasons that, featured, Kimmy played by, you know, Amy Lee Johnson, and after she left the series, it wasn't the same for me. So, you know, so
Okay.
those were those series that I got into, and I enjoyed GI Joe. I love GI Joe. In fact, we own both movies, both live action ones that
Aha.
that features Jonathan Pryce in one of them.
No, I can fix it. I'm trying to get something that whoops. I have to fix it.
and
And
uh,
I
and
can
uh,
fix it.
and Locke says Voltron was awesome. LOL. You dropped the Super Sentai. Super Sentai. Yeah, the Power Rangers movie is awesome. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, the 1995 one there playing Down Under. Yeah, it's not bad. I liked it. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I
I
was
can
I
put
was
it
very
on.
devastated. But by the White Ranger when he passed away, Jason David Frank, that was very devastating. I was very devastated when I found out that he died. Yeah, yeah, he was the best one. He was the best Power Ranger by far. And when he passed, that was terrible. Yeah, that was very very bad. Yes, the ooze. Yes, the Power Rangers with the guy, Master Ooze or whatever his name was. Yeah, that teamed up with you know um, Rita and Zordon or not Zordon. Zordon was their leader. What am I saying? The other one, Rita's, that had the Z thing. Yeah, right. Oh, I didn't know
Hello
that,
Kitty?
Sashi. Oh, okay, cool. Hand and lock. Yeah, right. The red. Yes, yes.
I'm okay. I'm just fixing something. It's not broken or anything. I'm just having a hard time putting it on.
Actually, I don't mind Snake Eyes Origins playing Down Under. I like that one. How he became. Yeah. What I liked was what I liked more was the duel between you know between the the two martial arts guys, that with the samurai sword, those two. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the one with the yes, Lack, yes, Lock, yeah.
What am I doing wrong? Putting it like correctly.
I don't know, man.
Ah,
Meow meow. There's Moira. Moira's still hanging out. Oh, she's on the phone. Okay.
No, not.
Oh, I thought you were on the phone.
okay. It went that way. Okay, okay, dummy.
Yes, that one. Yes, thank you, Sashi. Yes, and Storm
Okay,
Shadow. Yeah.
it. um, ever seen Shinjuku Demon City? No, I have not. I also enjoyed Gundam War in the Pocket back in the day. Gundam really didn't have happy endings. No, no, it did not. Voltron was awesome. LOL. You dropped the Super Sentai. Super Sentai.
Sentai.
Power Rangers movie is awesome. That was the Ooze one.
Yes.
Okay. I do occasionally tutor people in building Gundam model kits. Sweet.
Sweet.
And then the other one that played, I think, Red Ranger that attacked someone with a sword. I'm not sure. Yes, I did hear one of the Red Ranger attacked someone. Who was that though? Red Ranger.
Was that Jason? Was that Jason, or was that the other guy that played somebody else?
Person with sword.
Because we know about Jason David Frank was the White Ranger, and he was the Green Ranger, and he passed. We know that, but
Black Ranger is still in jail, I think.
the Black Ranger, she just said, is in jail. The guy who played the Black Ranger,
E.
yeah, he's still in jail. Yeah. Thanks,
Are
hon.
you talking about uh series? Ricardo Medina? Is that the one you're talking about?
Is that the one you're talking about,
I
babe?
think so.
Yeah, Ricardo.
Mm.
Double murder.
A double murder, they said he was involved in.
Yeah, man. Jesus.
The man that played the Black Ranger. Yeah.
Yeah. A couple was trying to sell their boat, a middle-aged couple, and he went out with them and they never returned
Yeah, he killed them both out at sea
to get the boat.
to get their boat.
Mm-mm,
Yeah,
mm-mm.
I know.
That's just sad, man. Sad.
Totally sad. Yeah. Well, I know one thing I know for sure is that Amy and Jason David Frank, they were very Amy Lee Johnson and him were very close friends and so forth. I think they even dated for a little while, but when he died, she really lost it. She really got upset, and rightfully so, because they were the closest of friends ever
Which
since the very first time.
Power Rangers Wild Force? Is that the one he's from?
Is that what he's from, honey? Wild Forest
I'm looking it up.
or Jungle or the Jungle Group that
Power
they had?
Rangers Wild
Oh,
Force. And then Power Rangers Samurai.
Junior. Yeah,
Yes. Here it is. Ricardo Medina
Medina
Jr.
Junior.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's
Yep.
criminal charge of voluntary manslaughter.
Yeah. Wow.
Mm,
He
yeah.
was the Black Power Ranger.
Black Power Ranger. Yeah. The black suited one. Yep. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Um,
Where'd you leave off there in the chat, Raquel?
yeah, I'm going to it. I enjoy GI Joe 2. However, I hate Snake Eyes Origins. Ah,
Aw.
the one with his brain exposed, that was horrifying. LOL. Ew.
Ooze. Yeah. Ooze. Yeah.
Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow. Yep, you're pretty
Yes.
much correct
Those
on
two.
that.
Yep.
I
Sasha.
get it. I didn't feel it. Just me, I guess. Yeah, that's fine.
That's
GI Joe. My fave was Metalhead. Transformers, Starscream. Oh yeah, Starscream.
a scream.
Robotech was actually the Western adaptation of Macross. That's what I heard. Yeah, Macross. I don't know I know the one where they used to mine to control aerial fighters. Everything name and title changes for some dumb reason when changing hands. I know of Across City. Sheesh. Uh, hmm.
So racist.
Who, what, where, when. Like I do, like if there is I did watch a Macross movie. I'm trying to remember what it was though. Um, Give me a minute here.
Oh no, no, no. Playing no, Moira's never shy.
Let's Macross something.
I'm a little reserved.
Reserved is fine. Shy is different from reserved, honey. We know this to be true. So when he's saying that you're shy, I don't think he knows you that well yet.
Well, it's not a bad thing. It's not bad to be
It's not a bad
called
thing at
shy.
all. I didn't say that. It's not a bad thing at all, honey. It's just, he's got a.
It sounds cute.
It
Oh
sounds
yes,
cute.
here it is. Macross. Do you remember Love 1984?
It's true the Max
That's the one I'm watching
killed his roommate.
with Fed at one time. I wonder. I hope he's doing good.
People.
Hey,
And what ranger was he?
He had
hey
a
Fed, if
non
you're watching.
role on TV's Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and was convicted in Orange County, California, with 3 counts of murder over the yacht. So
Oh.
there's two of them.
2 rangers that did terrible things. Yeah.
The first one,
Yikes.
the black one,
We know that.
he killed his roommate.
Oh, okay.
And this one, Skylar Dion, killed 3 people and stole the yacht. He actually slit their throat.
Wow.
Yikes!
Yeah.
That's horrible.
Scammed $50,000 from John Jarvis.
Yeah. Wow.
Moira Shy. Nope. It's Robotech. It's SDF-1. Okay.
SDF dash
And
one.
oh, it was kind of taken in full in space as the SDF-1 escaped from Earth from an attack, preventing it to be taken by alien attackers. And let's see.
I agree.
Who said? Let's see here. Where did it go? Oh, Watchdon. Yes. Mortal Fighter G Gundam was good too. King of Hearts. So I have something for something you would like.
Wow. That's nice.
Yeah. I got this. It was a decent price. Domon Kashu.
Yeah, and Long said that's terrible. Yeah, after he said ugh. Yeah.
Sword.
Very cool.
And right at the base, this is King of Hearts.
Cool. So you have it. Okay.
4711. Yeah, so I have the figure.
Nice.
Nice, yes, nice.
Very cool.
That's terrible. Some
Yeah.
dude built a diorama of Macross
Yeah.
launching from city.
Yeah,
Each car is
right.
about 1 mm in size, which is 0.039 inches. Moyer is shy. No.
No.
Eat. Mm-hmm.
Speed.
Right, let me put this back where it was.
And oh, you just forgot the one there. He was asking Sashi, that's cool. Where did you see this? The diorama. He was asking where that
That's
was.
cool. Where did you see this?
Mhm.
Sweet. Yep. Okay, guys, it's like it's already been 2 hours, and it's like almost getting like midnight here, and I had a long busy day, so I'm definitely gonna like sleep very good tonight.
Me too, because I've had up my share of chocolate. And it's
Yeah,
already
right.
November 1st for us here.
I got my treat bag right
Oh, there
here.
you go. That'll knock you out. Just
Right.
eat it all.
Well, I'm not gonna eat it all one go. No, I have like some candy corn, maybe a Twix. That's just pretty much it.
Did you know this? As of last year, candy corn is still the most popular treat, not only for Halloween, but also for Christmas time. They use it for Christmas too.
Mm.
As
I've
of
never
It's
last
seen it
year.
for Christmas
it's
pie.
on
What the fuck?
YouTube. Channel is CO Start and Intermediate Factory.
Oh, cool.
I wonder if it's one of those. I wonder if one of those candies are just kind of stuff that people like secretly like, but almost nobody admits it though. Because I hear so many people talk shit about candy corn.
Yeah, but what they do for the, you know what they do for the candy corn, and I've had this. They put it into the peppermint. So you have the candy corn for Halloween, but then you have the same kind of corn type candy for Christmas done up in like a peppermint, like a
Yeah.
peppermint stick. Yeah, and I've eaten that too. So I've had those before. Yeah.
Putin Cat
And
says I'm just
peppermint.
glasses.
Tux
Yeah.
Glasses and ears.
FTW. More is just classes.
No,
Glasses
she's
and
not
ears.
just glasses. I've seen her stand up. She's a good looking lady. Come on.
No, he just because this is showing.
Arigato.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, arigato. Candy
Arigato.
corn is okay. It's like eating flavored wax. No, it's
At least they give you flavor with it.
Scanning is not like
no.
eating it's not flavored wax. It's
No.
actually it's candied sugar, corn, made up in a corn
It's like
little
vanilla.
bit. Yeah, yeah. It's not wax.
It's not wax. I wouldn't be eating
Logan.
wax in my mouth.
Wax,
Thank you
candy-
very much. You're welcome.
Thank you, Lockdown, and good to see you.
It's okay.
Okay.
Yes. Yep. More is my future wife.
Oh, wow. You better ask Chris about that first.
Yeah, you need to get in line.
Yeah, get in line. There's a lot of people that love Moira.
Oh,
But she has her heart
y'all
for
gonna
one
make me.
man.
Y'all gonna make me feel
Candy corn.
special now. Stop it.
Mm-mm.
Well, we know a lot of people enjoy Raquel too. Raquel is a
Oh
great
yeah,
host.
she's an adorable little thing.
You know what? In the case of costumes, you win tonight,
Aw,
Raquel.
thank you.
Your costume
Pretty
wins.
cute.
Yeah, it's very cute.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I yield and concede to that. That is cute as fuck.
All right.
Yes.
Before we head out for tonight, Moira, do you have any plans coming up?
I don't know. In a day or so, I'm sure I'll bitch about the headlines again. Once I pile up about 8 to 10 tabs open, then I'll depressurize and get rid of it. Because I noticed at one point before I started doing this again, that I'd have 30 tabs open. I'm like, Jesus, I gotta do something about this.
Yeah,
so
you're
that's why
not.
I'll bitch about it, and then I can close them out, and I can be done with it.
Mm-hmm. All right,
There
you
we
can
go.
follow Milk Kitty on there. And Mikey, what do you have coming up for
Hey,
next week?
oh, okay. Well, tomorrow, or today, I should say, on Friday night, I have coming up Star Trek Six: The Undiscovered Country. We'll be talking about that movie from a different perspective. And also coming up this weekend, I always co-host a show with Charlotte Nightstar, the werewolf. This weekend, we are reviewing and doing commentary. We call it the funny commentary, something like out of MST3K, Mystery Science Theater 3000. Uh, Curtis Selby and myself and Johnny, who's also known as Cyberpunk Dystopia, we're going to be talking about the movie Cruel Intentions with Reese Witherspoon and Sarah Michelle Gellar. So we're doing that on Saturday afternoon and Sunday afternoon at 4:05 p.m. Eastern. Next week I'll do just one episode review of Red Dwarf, and on Tuesday I'm doing a thing with Jay Aldridge, our brother there in Louisiana. We're going to be reviewing the next episode from TOS, which is called "Where No Man Has Gone Before," about the beginning of the Espers, the ESP people that Gary Lockwood and Sally Kellerman played in that episode. So that's all coming up.
All right,
Yeah.
sweet. Uh, da, 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 da. Sashi says, "I'm always in costume. I play a disgruntled Asian." Okay.
Well, he is from Malaysia, so you know.
See you guys. It's lunchtime. See ya, Sashi. Thanks for
See you,
coming. Happy
Sashi.
Halloween.
From Malaysia,
Uh,
happy Halloween.
See ya, Sashi. Sashi, fill me up, Johnny. Sorry for the spoilers. That's
Yeah.
okay. All right. As for me, I will probably be playing Gotham Knights and Hogwarts Legacy this weekend. I know I promised that, but I'm not really sure. I've been so busy. I might just be taking it easy this weekend, just to rejuvenate myself and such. So most probably will be next weekend or the weekend after that. I'm not really sure. I'll let you guys know, but I do plan on doing so very, very soon. So you can follow me on my gaming channel right here. There's my gaming channel, Raquel SSC 2211 Gaming. You can check me out, playing all sorts of video games, Elder Scrolls, GTA, Fall Guys, uh, stuff like that, Fortnite. Yeah.
Yeah.
And with that, I also want to thank Jet Sparks, Taylor Swift, Greater Than Disney, SW,
Star Wars.
and MCU, and Doctor Who. Playing Down Under, Phil TMT, Jim's Landscape, LLC, Number One Commodore Productions, Pie, Watch None, Last Son of K, Sashi, and Christopher Kane. Thank you guys for being here tonight. I really appreciate it. It was so fun. What about Pong? What do you mean?
Yeah, I'm playing Down Under. Don't forget him. And Putin's cat.
I did.
Oh, okay. You said Putin's cat.
Yes, and Putin's cat. Thank you, Mikey.
Yeah.
Yes, and Putin's cat. Thank you.
Yeah, we don't want to forget.
And I think that's everybody. Thank you guys for being here tonight. I had fun. Hope you guys have a good rest of your evening. And have a happy Halloween, everybody. And we'll catch you guys later.
Meow, meow.
Happy Halloween.
Meow, meow. Woof, woof.
Meow, meow.
Woof, woof. Scooby-Doo.
Favorite
If this is
noises.
your first time being here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. You can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Raquel SSG2211. Catch you later.